good, everybody? What's up, everybody? Back with another video. I'll let it just give me another minute. Yeah, we on our third little snow here. It's not accumulating much, but apparently it snows now above freezing, so but not enjoying it. Doors closing on the truth wagon. Yeah. And this actually kind of goes with what Zach actually put out yesterday with Poland and Trump and all this other stuff. I was going to bed thinking about it while I was sleeping. A lot of different things came to me to kind of put together this video this morning. And even with the Artemis rocket, Donald Trump, his announcement today, the whole Poland thing, it just brings a lot of different things into focus on on the scripts they run, and they're going to run the same script, and that's the number 39. And that's funny because the number 39 came up in some stuff I was researching about the Weimar Republic back in the days of Berlin. The Weimar, the Weimar, Weimar Republic. And if you actually look at the United States today, right now, it's the same script. The same people are playing the same hand. And if they're going that direction, and it's a talk of, a world war, they're basically telling us, how it's going to go down. They're just going to recycle the wash, wash, rinse, repeat. And, I didn't know that. And it's we're basically living in we're living in Berlin pre-Hitler, and Hitler is going to be Donald Trump. I watched the entire Donald Trump speech. I did fall asleep, but it was over. And Donald Trump said, and he keeps saying, he wants to execute people for drugs. If that isn't a bold statement, and I agree, drugs kill people, they harm people. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? All the dealing drugs, and when you deal drugs, you're actually hurting your fellow brothers and sisters. So, but the whole thing is kill somebody, execution. Those are strong words coming from this guy. Also, he's always says take the guns first, ask questions later. He talks about MS-13. I think he even mentioned the number 39 in his speech, along with 322. Numbers came across there. Talked about inflation, talked about, the destruction. It's basically Donald Trump is being prepped up as a Hitler. And now with all these things coordinated on these dates and times and, so-called coincidences, and then you have the anti-Semitism, the whole Jewish, thing right now. This is what they're doing. I mean, this is what we're going to go down this road. He kept saying the next 2 years are going to be, terrible, this and that. Just go back and research This is why years ago when I uploaded these videos on my channel, people were like, you know, yeah, people that understood, but other people that didn't understand what the fuck I was making the video for and sharing the video is because, there's a reason. There's a reason why they want us to think Hitler is this evil bad guy. Is he? I don't know. I don't know. We don't really 100% know. But one thing we do know, there's record for it, is he went after the Zionists. All right, he did go after the Zionists. There's facts that we know that the people that they prepped up as the H survivors, the acoustic accost survivors, it's already been shown that they're full of shit. And a lot of them didn't even have ties or nothing to do with over there. So that's already been shown. So, the whole story about Hitler and all that, you got to question that shit. Question anything we learned in fucking school. When you look back at videos, but it could be the same thing to Donald Trump. You know what I mean? He's attached to secret societies, but prepped up, and I don't know, I don't 100% know. But one thing I do know for sure is they're running the same script. And that is alarming because we need to be paying attention to that. And how we're running the same script is because in the Weimar Republic, right? Weimar Republic, whatever it is, all right? It's going on right now. It's the outcast becoming into the forefront of norm. The children, they're getting ready for something big, and it's possibly a world war, and inflation to go through the roof to where we got to go through shit like that, and this is how they get their great reset, because the things Donald Trump was saying, the dates, everything lines up, the polling, everything. And we already know when Hitler invaded. Well, a lot of us don't know, actually. If you go back and actually look at the real story, when Hitler came, this motherfucker got rid of all what was wicked, meaning the brothels, all that twisted shit, the trans, all that shit, got rid of that. The child trafficking, got rid of that. The opioid problem, got rid of that shit. Because also back then it was a huge opioid problem. They had posters, cocaine, heroin. They would advertise it literally blatantly, and look what they're doing now. They're soft advertising, but it's going to get more and more and more. Is it a coincidence we got an opioid crisis? Is there a coincidence all this twisted sex LGBT crap is going on? It's the same script, and it was after. I mean, could Mr. 19 been the World War? Could it have been the World War I, where in between World War I and World War II in Germany, in Berlin, there was this transition of this wicked, twisted way. Inflation, 1921, went through the fucking roof. They had to take baskets of money to go buy the simplest shit. So think about it. 2021, 2022, look where we're at. It's going, inflation is creeping up. And then look at the over sexualizing of what they're doing with the LGBT, all the transgender shit and all that. It's the same exact thing that they did then that they're doing now. And it's going to increase. It's going to be more. And think about what it's doing with the children in school. They're prepping the children's minds to go through this era to where it's possibly, children will be like they were back then, 11, 10, 9-year-old. They were prostituting, families were prostituting their children. And what came? Businessmen, people with big money that can afford the shit, and they came in and it's just wicked, twisted shit, man. Go look back at it. The Weimar Republic, and just put in Weimar Republic LGBT. They love this era, and the whole Donald Trump thing is he's going to be the Hitler, and who will probably be on that list? Us. We'll be wiped out. You got to wonder who was really on those trains, who got on the trains. And remember, the smart people left Germany. And, that goes into kind of what I was saying yesterday. Hold on, I got to answer this call. Hello? Oh, sorry. I unmuted the mic and said hello. Isn't that some shit? So, so, you know, all these things are they're basically showing you where they're headed with this, and it just makes all the sense in the world that you know, linked up with the numbers, the way everything is going. Uh, Donald Trump, his announcement. Uh, so it's just something that I wanted to put out. People could start, if you can't see it now, you can start to see where they're going, why, the inversion of society. The reason why, I mean, the thing is, America's a lot bigger, and they're getting it done. I don't fuck what everybody's talking about. They're getting this shit done, and there's no resistance at all from the American people. There's zero. Where's the resistance? Motherfuckers protesting, motherfuckers going out and voting for the opposite, and showing up at these fucking legislator meetings. Like, shout out to all the people that rock out with me local. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. So, you know, um, they're getting this shit done as we speak right now. Nobody, like I said, shout out to all the people who rock out with me locally here in Rochester. Listen, I get it, but y'all gotta wake the fuck up and stop this bullshit. All right? Nobody's fucking helping you. Nobody's fucking doing nothing for you, man. They got your two favorite puppets beefing with each other. What does that tell you, man? What does that tell you? I can't keep answering this phone call, man. Hold on. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Um, so yeah, shout out to all the people again who fuck with me, but you gotta get off of that shit, man. Whatever y'all doing, y'all, it's helping going straight to the fucking straight to the garbage, you know. And this photo right here is a painting from back, in the Weimar Republic, of those are the fat cat. Those are the leftist fucking governments and the businesses. That's who was in control. That's who it's all the same fucking people, guys. It's no different. You know? It's all the same people, man. If you look at the art back then, it's more sick and twisted back then than it is now. You know? But this is the shit that they're doing, and it's all coming into fruition of where they're headed with this. And Donald Trump is going to be is a Hitler. He's the one that's going to straighten the United States out. United States is going to go under military rule. It has to. That's the only way to get this bitch back in. Which military rule is martial law. That means the military government is going to have to be formed here to gain control. They want this. Trump is like telling you, oh my fucking God. I ain't answering the phone. Crazy. Not with all them dumbass questions already. So he's telling you, anybody that sit there and says somebody needs to be executed over drugs, this is a guy these people want in office? You got to be fucking kidding me. What if somebody's wrongfully accused of drugs? What kind of drugs? You want to kill the people selling the drugs, but not bringing the drugs in. And then he lied the whole entire time saying the drugs are coming from fucking China. These fucking drugs ain't coming from no goddamn China. China might be financing it. All right. Because a lot of people don't know. They talk about the IMF. Well, China helped fucking create the IMF. Go back and look. Who's the biggest players in the International Monetary Fund? Well, China. I mean, it's right there. Just go look at China's role in the International Monetary Fund. You know, the IMF that people think is all the fucking, you know, the Rothschilds and all these, the bank. No, man, it's world bankers, you know? It's world elite secret societies, man. You know? I mean, it just is what it is, man. And Donald Trump is a connection. So get off your fucking leader. You got a guy talking about that, lied the entire time, you know, talking about what he did to China. The bitch he is in bed with China in the Belt and Road Initiative. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? It's just ridiculous. I'm just putting this out, you know, this video out so people can start to look and see where they're headed with this shit. It's not getting better. This motherfucker y'all praying for is over 2 years away. Well, it's 2 years away, you know, 2024. That means you got to go through another 2 years of all this shit. It's going to get worse. Look how fast it gotten in 2 years, you know? I mean, the other night here in Rochester, a police officer, think about this too. Think about the energy that's here. This is what happened. All right. A female officer from a neighboring town, which is Greece, New York, shot this a black female, shot this other chick, shot another chick, 2 chicks shot him. One died. All right, so that's one murder. A cop murdered one chick, shot the other chick. She didn't die, and then turned the gun on herself and shot and killed herself. This was the other day. All right, and guess what it was? It was a lesbian love triangle. You have at that shit. Look at this energy that's here, man. You know? Think about this shit, man. This was right here in Rochester. The shit here in Rochester is the crime here. What's going on here? I'm sure it's going on in many cities. I know for a fact because I follow a lot of, you know, I subscribe to a lot of local news, and this shit is going on all over the place. Rochester, though, for the size of the city, I think it's more than they even bargain for. They're waiting on Chicago, Chirac, all right, to get this military type shit going on, you know, to get National Guard on the streets. Rochester leaders been calling for National Guard for the past fucking 6 months. Why isn't it being implemented? Because it's an agenda and they're waiting, all right? They're waiting to roll out military style rule all over this country. It's coming, guys. This is why I didn't go live on the whole Brian shit, because I kind of like got the energy off. Shout out to Zach. You know, last night I called into the show, and you know, but this is why a guy like Gavin Stein is where we're supposed to. This is the mindset we're supposed to have. He had this mindset years ago. Ain't nobody doing shit, and don't nobody give a fuck, and don't nobody care. And he knew, I got to get the fuck out of here, because what I'm doing, they're going to either kill me or jail me. And he got the fuck out early because of the shit he was doing, you know? And in my book, he is, if not the best, he's not an auditor, a freedom fighter / auditor. He really wasn't. He didn't do it for clicks and likes and giggles like they do now. He ain't do it for that shit. He did it because that shit was in his heart. And you know it is in his heart because he left. People call him, oh, you're a coward. No, bitch, you're a coward for sitting here doing nothing, you know? And then Brian sits there and fucking gonna share like he can relate to him. Brian doesn't even do shit to do it, nothing. He ain't no fucking auditor. What has he stood up to? Nothing. What has he documented? Nothing. He's not an auditor, but he's got an auditor channel. This guy is using people, you know? He's used, after I saw that video, it's like, come on, man, that's like the lowest, that's low, you know? And you know, and I get it. Other people see it a different way, but I see it for what it is. You know, you using this man's video to show what he went through, but you don't even know what the fuck he went through. And you're sitting here perpetuating what we need to do. He showed you what we need to do in the video. He showed you the prime example. Watch the end when he has the, watch the end of that video when the two guys are going after Gavin Stein, and Gavin Stein's dropping straight facts, and these motherfuckers say they don't give a fuck about the Constitution, you know? And then Brian's little pictures in there in the corner, And I'm like, look at this. This is three amigos because Brian, he's exactly like them. He don't give a fuck about none of this shit because you're sitting there sharing this man's video, you know, and talking about it, but doing absolutely fucking nothing and faking like you're about this, you know. And that's why, you know, people ain't people ain't gonna do shit. Ain't gonna be no civil war here. It'll be a couple guns pop because some people are gonna go out like that. But the majority of people, it's gotta be a pop. You gotta pop your own neighbor before you even get to them. Before so-called, I told you, the government ain't coming to take shit. It's those people that are gonna come take that, are gonna come fuck with your rights. You know, it's those people, and those people I'm talking about is the same people that are twisting their minds to believe some shit that ain't even, you know, that's not even anything. You know, it's the liberal energy. You know, because they could make a Republican a liberal at this point, and I've already stated they did. Look at the Trump supporters. You can't rationalize any thoughts with them. It's the same shit. And me personally being on the ground with them and then being at protests, you know, with the so-called left side, you can't talk to either one of these fucking people, man. I've been out there with the Trump people. I've been out there with freedom-loving people. There's a difference. I've been out there with people that ain't holding the Trump flag, that understands what Trump is, you know. And you can't talk. They even say, yeah, you can't talk to those people. They're so locked into a belief of a savior, of a fucking orange Muppet man who has ties to all that shit. You know? So, you know, I mean, it's just where we're headed, man. And like I said, ain't nobody doing shit, nothing, zero, not a goddamn fucking thing. But give me 1 second, guys. I got to take a quick intermission. Give me 1 minute and rock out with some Purple Beats for a minute. But this isn't Purple Beats, but, you know. Give me 1 second, guys. I know y'all having a good conversation in chat anyway, so just give me 1 minute. All right, guys. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that, guys. But shout out to all you guys. Oh shit. Shout out to all you guys in the chat. Um, like I said, go look up the Weimar Republic. Go look up Hitler pre um pre Berlin, before Hitler, and you're looking at the United States. I've talked about this for years. Okay, it's been years that I been talking about this. Uh, you know, um, if anybody been rocking out with you, I've been talking about how the United States is, but it's even worse now and more prevalent. Um, by far, it really is by far. Thanks, Disambiguations. Was good. Love the Vager. I know I'm reading the comments right now. I'm just, I'm just kind of going off because I wanted to get out the shit that, that, linking all this shit together, with Donald Trump and then the information Zach put out, it's kind of going, right along with that. Because I actually missed the very beginning of the stream yesterday. I went back and watched. I'm like, damn, this is the same shit that I was thinking. And then because I heard about the Poland thing, and I'm like, damn, Poland, Trump, and I'm like, oh shit, this is like the same script. So, last night, this morning, I was going back into the archives, and I'm like, I mean, it's even more prevalent now. The shit that I was saying years ago. It's like now they're telling you it's headed to a world war. Okay, there's gonna be a time where we're gonna be without shit. They telling you that it's gonna be a time where we're without stuff. Whether it's inflation or power outages or energy shortages, we going without that shit. That's a fact, and that's shit we got to be looking at, man. And that's what I was kind of talking about on the stream last night with Zach. Is we're gonna have to hunker down, man. That's why I've always been on the path to finding out where that hunker down spot is for me. And your spot may be different. I just share where hunker down, where I would hunker down at. It would be a warm climate. Where my lifestyle, which is I've been on it for 9 years already, eating all natural. Boom. I already know. Even here right now in Rochester, oh, I still got the camera off and this picture up. I mean, even now right here in Rochester, there's food outside. I'll be all right. I could never starve. Because of what I've learned through ethnobotany and shit like that. And I could never starve. My family, we gonna never starve. We gotta just have to adjust our taste buds. We'll just have to adjust our taste buds. That's all. We're not gonna starve. So, kind of got the different fucking setup here. I got like 4 stands in here, and let me see if it works better over here. I got like 4 stands in here. So, we're gonna go through. I think it's better here. We're gonna go through. We're gonna go through these times, man, and it's time to start figuring shit out, man. That's why I was all for linking with each other, because they have just dumbed the fucking even the so-called truther prepper down to so stupid to realize you got people running around. I'm gonna be over here. I don't want to meet nobody or gather with anybody or bond with anybody or get any type of companionship or interconnections with people. That I don't even get that mentality. That's a stupid mentality. Any true person that preps knows you need community. I be in the some of the I follow some of the preppers on how they got their communities. You know, they got people that know got certain aspects of talents. They all came together. I'm in some of the off-grid groups and shit, you know, and some of them they're like they really want to like check you out. They're like, oh, your profile, that's not really you. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, here's my YouTube channel. And a month later, they let me in the group, you know, because they could see that, you know, where I'm at, you know. And I've contemplated even just saying fuck it and going that route. You know, I got shit to offer. You know what I'm saying? I have things to offer, you know, on the off-grid shit. You know, so, and that's what it is. If you have something that they could use and they have shit you could use, I mean, boom, there you go. You know, but it's a process to go through these things, man. You know, so, you know, I've contemplated that before, but I just don't I can't deal with fucking cold, man. I can't deal with it because I look at it all out brink of if you stripped of everything, how you can survive most is in a warmer climate. You know, not no fucking desert. You know, there's people I know that they go out west in Texas and Arizona and the desolate land, and I've looked at it too, where you can buy acres upon acres for a couple $1,000. But guess what? Ain't shit out there. It's so like I went out there, was like scared going out there. I was scared because it's so far away from Police RPD. Got something going on over there. It's so far away from everything that is so far. It's just scary. It's like, damn, like this is like you're in survival mode. That's how far out it is, you know. And it's like, no, I don't want this shit, you know. Fuck around and be building something, cut your damn finger and bleed to death. You know, that's why having a group of people is critical, because you out there alone with your family and you have to do something, or something happens, somebody gets hurt, what the fuck you gonna do? You know, you need somebody, or you need to know, but you need other people to help out, man. What if something happens to you? Natural causes. Boom. Now your wife and kids are out there by themselves. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with people? You know? People got this new age spirituality thing where I'm gonna just, you know, be on my high horse and love and light and everything just how you perceive it. Man, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Just don't be on the other end of a barrel or something pointing of mine with that shit when times get tough and you looking now. Oh, what happened to the love and light? Quickly brought you back to the physical presence that you've embodied and came into. Like, if that's the case, just commit suicide. That's how I look at it. You know? I mean, it is what it is. If you have that belief, suicide should be on the menu. You know what I'm saying? If you're living in all the afterlife and the astral plane and all this other shit, you know, that is real, but people have tied onto it and lost their physical aspect. And people get mad at me when I say that. It's like, I could sit there and I have a balance in my life to where I do enjoy, you know, and I do have that spiritual balance where I can overlook everything and say, you know what, everything a positive look. But I get to the real deal because we're physically existing in this shit, and we got to go through this shit, you know, one way, shape, or form, another. Because in this reality, you can't possibly obtain that love all the time. You can't. Anybody who speaks that, run from them. Everything is not always, oh, love and peace and harmony and just so beautiful. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? People you see get flustered and upset. Like, what? What are you talking about? You know? So it is what it is. All right, let me read some of the comments. What's good, Ocho? Rap samples. Ryan, what's good, Ryan? Disambiguation. What's good, Angel? Lions not sheep. Space brother. You know, Space brother, shout out to you, but I don't you know, I don't rock out with you know, I've been hearing that, you know, no offense, but I've been hearing that since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So since I was a kid, there's been billions of people that have been taken up out of here from these psychopaths. And You know, I mean, let's go there. Jesus was coming back. I ain't fucking with Jesus, man. I'm not fucking with Jesus. You could say I'm gonna burn in some imaginary hellfire or whatever, and I'm gonna be put in the same place, where Satan has been, whatever it is. I'm not fucking with Jesus. I'm angry at Jesus. I mean, because why we gotta go through this shit? That's is a sick and twisted game. Is it a sick? I mean, let's hypothetically. This is all hypothetical. What is Jesus doing? If all this Jesus shit, Jesus is coming back. Repent. What the fuck is he waiting for? Us to go through all this shit? I don't want to fuck with somebody that's like that. Like, why would I want to go to somebody that has the ability to stop and change and save you or whatever the fuck it is? Why do I want to fuck with somebody like that? I got questions for Jesus come back. You're not asking me questions and all that other shit. Jesus, if you come down here. And here's the thing. According to that book, you got to be in line with Jesus. So if Jesus came back right now, how many motherfuckers is leaving this reality and going with Jesus? Everybody put up their hands. Jesus is going to stop and say, hey, where you going with your children and your husband or your wife and where you going with all these people? I love them. They're my family. They don't know me. You know me. You have embodied me. You have touched the light. My light has gone through you. They're not going. How many people going with Jesus, man? Get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. Logically, it makes no goddamn sense. Get the fuck out of here. It don't even make sense, man. And it's no offense. I rock out with all my Christian brothers and sisters, but that shit is stupid. That shit is dumb to me, man. It's just it's an idiotic fucking belief statement that Jesus come back, because I've been hearing that shit since I've been a little kid, and how many people have been suffering, and right today is suffering, and that's gonna suffer in the future. No, get out of here with that stupid shit. That's just fucking retarded thinking, man. And I'm not fucking with Jesus. Jesus come back, I'm like, look, man, I'm suited up. I pour gasoline on myself. Here, send me to wherever you gotta send me. I'm not fucking with you, because obviously going your way gonna be some different shit, because you're procrastinating on coming back and saving us. Fuck out of here, man. It does not make sense, man. So sorry, I don't mean to put it like that, but it just is what it is. Because if Jesus come back, I got questions. I'm not fucking with you, man. You waited all this time and we got to go through all this shit. You let all these psychopaths rule over us, fuck up your creation. How the fuck you letting them fuck up your creation? You created all this, right? How you let them destroy and ravage this bitch? How are you letting little kids being raped and murdered and maimed and sold and bought and women trafficked and sex trafficked? How are you allowing this shit? I don't fuck with that. I'm pure. I'm not fucking with you. You need to repent. You need to repent. Get out of here with that shit. I'll take all the repercussions that come with it. Eternal lake of fire. After a while, guess what? Maybe you get used to it. Maybe get used to it, because I don't believe that shit one bit. I don't believe in the red fucking devil that the Bible. I don't even know if the Bible truly even talks about a red fucking devil with a pitchfork. I mean, this shit is stupid, man. And having that mentality is the problem. Just sit and wait. That's why there will be no civil war here. That's why there will be no resistance here. A little bit, not much. Because people have that belief in their mind and the belief of somebody coming to save them. They got this shit in the bag, man. And that's why we got to make like a tree and just get the fuck out the way. Let this bitch get steamrolled. Let that energy come and wipe this motherfucker clean the fuck off. And I'm like I said, I'm not fucking with Jesus, man. Nope. We'll be out. If you have an understanding, you'll know. Remember, God knows all, so God will know where I'm coming from. So, hey, maybe in your belief, I'm gonna get a pass, because I'm like, I'm not fucking with you because you ain't righteous. How the fuck you let all this shit go on? You ain't righteous. Fuck that. I don't fuck with you, Jesus. He might be like, damn, man, I never thought anybody would notice that shit. Why are you waiting all this time? Doesn't even make any fucking sense. Then what? Oh, the earth will be destroyed and this, and then it'll be all can go. Oh my fucking God. We got to go through this fucking game you and the devil played? Like, what? Doesn't even make sense, man. Don't make sense, man. Really don't. So that's that, man. I mean, like I said, I rock out with Christian brothers and sisters because I rock out with a lot of them, but this is their belief, and I'll tell them this shit, and afterwards they'll shake my head. Yeah, that's a funny story. I like how you put that. Yeah, because it fucking is resonating with you. You didn't get it yet. It'll strike you later when the shit going off, and you got that Bible and you can't eat it. It's not going to be used as a weapon. I mean, yeah, you could probably strike somebody with it. You're not going to be able to eat it. You're not going to be able to do anything with it but sit there and clutch that bitch whenever happens. The Bible ain't never saved nobody. Or maybe it has. It has. I mean, what? Bible has saved many people and brought them up out of the way they think and live. So don't get me wrong. But all that Jesus is coming back shit, that's the fucking problem. It's a true problem, man. Oh my God. It's just crazy, man. And like I said, belief is a powerful thing, man. No, you can't rationalize with people that have that belief because, they can't even put what they're telling you, like, oh, Jesus is coming back, better repent. Coming back from where? And what do we got to do? That's the questions I got to ask. I'm not reading the comments, really, but Jesus is coming back. Where the fuck's he coming from? How's he getting here? Like I had asked the Hebrew Israelites. Oh, he's going to crack the sky and come through the fucking sky. What the fuck is that? How do you know? Where do you get this shit from? Gonna crack the sky and come through the fucking sky. What are he gonna look like? Gonna look like us. Well, you ask a white person, are they gonna look like us? Who's right? What color is he coming in as? LGBTQ elemental fucking P? Is he coming in like that? Is he gonna have a dick and balls and some titties? Is that how he's coming? Like, how's he coming back? Because it's LGBTQ churches now. What the fuck? Man, this shit is so stupid. That's why this shit is inverted. It's upside down. And just like the whole point of this video is to show you they're going that route that they did. And whatever people they wiped off the face of this fucking earth, they're going to do it here in America. All right. And it could have to do with debt because after World War I, that same area went into extreme debt. And guess who was lending the money? The United States, other countries. It's time to pay up, bitch. They said it's time to pay up, motherfucker. Y'all owe us money. We gave y'all a lot of money. Y'all defaulted. Y'all couldn't pay that shit back. We knew it. What do you want? Shit, here's the people. You take the people. What the fuck we gonna do with the people? Man, fuck that. We don't need the people. We're gonna ravage your fucking country. We're gonna take that bitch over. We're gonna do all what we need to do. And we're gonna transfer that whole operation to this new fucking land. We're gonna do the same shit over here. I mean, I don't know if it went down like that, but it is what it is. So it's just fucked up, man. And people with this man, that's why I'm saying, like that whole Brian shit in that video, it triggered me. That was the ultimate trigger. I'm like, he's really about to do a video about Gavin Sign. This motherfucker doesn't even know about Gavin Sign. Like, this is the epitome of right then and there, put him into a whole fucking level of this motherfucker is a piece of shit, man. He's a leech. He's leeching off motherfuckers, man. Here's the deal. His Cop Watch channel. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, man. He's doing that because Cop Watcher gets a lot of likes, makes him a lot of fucking money. That's the only reason why he does it. He doesn't give a fuck about none of them people. Who does he have on his channel? He ain't have Gavin Sign on his channel. He'd probably say, Gavin would probably say, you're the fucking problem. Gavin Sign has hundreds of thousands of subscribers and don't even use his channel for that. He does his photography shit because he's like, who's doing anything? Nobody's going to do shit. Americans are docile. They're not going to do anything. He said I mean, and his story itself, it's a dope ass story. And it's like, damn, and he even does that shit in Mexico. People are like, yo, you're going to get fucked. Even I'm watching shit, I'm like, yo, they're going to kill your ass. Nope. They don't have that mentality down there. Gavin is still alive and well, and he stands up and does the same shit and stands up for the Mexican Constitution down there and teaches them motherfuckers about that shit. That's powerful, man. And they got machine guns armed roadblocks. He's blowing through the fucking roadblocks and charging the fucking Mexican police, and the fucking not even the police, the goddamn federales and shit. You know, it's a different type of mentality. It's a different type of people. They're not out there to fucking kill you. They're not out there to kill you like, here, you got a tail light out. It's a life and death situation. What the fuck? People don't understand what America. Take the blind, even people that are awake, you got to take the blinders off of this shit, man. It don't get better. It's a whole system based off a fucking illusion of money. All right. And the whole time it's been to prep these same people up that are about to sit here and switch this whole shit around again to where you're further in a rut, further oppressed, further tracked, further monitored, further canceled. We gonna be canceled. This mentality I got, they want to cancel that shit. Because why? We're against, you can't, their shit didn't work. Their TVs, their schooling, their GMO foods, their fucking chemtrails, their vaccines, their propaganda did not work on us. It ain't work on us. All right? It didn't work on us. Okay? The only thing left is we gotta come haul these motherfuckers off in these camps. That's the only thing that's gonna get it. Is physical. We gotta physically take their fucking minds. Because we couldn't do it. Our shit didn't work. Whatever it was. You know? Whatever it was. They didn't get me. I was fucked up from the start. Might have been all the drugs my mom did when she said we was in her stomach and we came out. My mom did every drug under the fucking sun. You know? Every single one of them. She told us all about it. I was laughing. I was like, that's probably why I'm the way I am. You know? And I was born with a big heart. Not an enlarged heart, but a bigger than normal heart. They always told me that. You know, because I used to have heart palpitations, you know? And because of heart palpitations, I feel them more than everybody else. Everybody has them, but my heart's bigger, so I feel them. I think I'm fucking having anxiety, heart attacks, all kind of shit. I've been going through the doctor all growing up. It's years. And I was a basketball player and heavy and running, you know? Had energy like it was nobody's business. I could run 10 games, not be tired, you know? And playing at the highest levels, you know? And, you know, sometimes my heart, I would feel it flutter and I think I'm having fucking heart trouble. They're like, no, your heart is just larger. You could take these pills when you feel it. I was like, no, I don't want no pills. And then at one point I had high blood pressure, you know, when I was like 20, when I was with my first kid's mom, you know, through stress, I had high blood pressure. You know, and it was like, oh, you could take that. I was like, nah, I'll research and shit. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing none of that. I changed, you know, eating salt, greasy food. That shit came down to perfect, you know. But none of their shit worked on us, you know. Didn't work. So, you know, like I said, might have been all the drugs my mom did. All the drugs my mom did made it to where she padded my whole life to where I never wanted to do drugs. I never wanted to smoke a cigarette. I never wanted to smoke weed. I never wanted to drink beer or alcohol. I didn't drink. My first time drinking was when I was like 25, and I was like, you know, and that was only going out to a party. And now if I drink, it's only if I go out somewhere to have fun. And that's fucking very, very fucking rare. You know, I'm not a throw a beer back guy at night. With all the shit that goes on in my life, I should be on drugs and alcohol, you know, but I don't, you know, but I think all the shit she did made me not crave any of that shit because I got it all when I was a fucking baby. So, you know, but yeah, guys, so we are in a I'm gonna stop for a minute and read some of the comments. Sorry, guys. I know y'all comments and conversations is always dope. You know, it's always the best. Y'all, we bounce off each other, and you know. But this is the narrative they're laying. So I know that they're going this way, man. The United States is the target, and the shit they're doing in schools with the children. I mean, they have already done this before. They're even doing it in Australia. The lady called in from Australia to Zach's show last night. She said they're doing the same shit there. That's why this shit is going to be a global collapse. It's going to be a really world war. And And they're telling us, because they're doing this shit in the UK too, and sexualizing the kids and shit because they want the kids to be like that because they like they're hungry, man. They want the kids to have these thoughts and shit. It's fucked up. God knows what else, how they propagate through the fucking cartoons and shit, man. It's disgusting, man. It really is, And we win them. And the world war is already fucking going on in case people haven't realized that. On top of everything, we already in a fucking world war, So as I glance over. Thanks, Rap Samples. Thanks, Ryan. And shout out to all you guys and everyone who watches this, after. Shout out to all you guys. I mean, it's just what's coming, man. I've talked about this shit for a long time, man. And to see it all like sync up like that. And shout out to Zach for putting it all together, man. That dude's a fucking genius with, even if you take the numbers out, all the naysayers, the fucking knowledge is on, it lines up. Just like the shit lines up with me. But I don't do the numbers. I can't, it's not, numbers have never been in me like that. Like I've never been good at math like that. 1, 2, 4, 5. That's I can count, add, subtract, measure, decimals, fractions, sum, and that's it. Other than that, all that they lost me when it was like a plus 1 plus z equals this and all this other shit, and they start putting symbols in the shit. They lost. I'm done. I quit. I ain't pre-algebra as far as I got, and I was done. I said I don't understand this shit. They tried to make me. I had to go to extra class to try to understand. I couldn't understand the shit. It was agonizing. I get a headache. I said, "Yeah, this shit." I was dead as. I'm like, this shit ain't for me. I have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. U.S. history and government though. Favorite class science. Favorite class machine shop. Favorite class gym and lunch. That's where I thrived in. My best subject was gym and lunch. Gym because I played basketball. If they swam, I was nowhere to be found unless they were playing basketball in the pool with the basketball court. Lunch, you'd find me in lunch. Not one lunch, not two lunch, all 4 of them bitches. I'll be in there because guess what we did? We played tunk and spades and we was gambling. So I was in there making money. And then after that, I pretty much was, when I would turn 16, I had my first car and it was time to leave the school building. And I spent most of my times at all the local colleges here in Rochester, U of R, RIT, MCC, Brockport, playing basketball, playing so much that shit, I started actually practicing with the Brockport team. And then they were like, "Whoa, you guys we could use you. You guys could scrimmage and come out here and bring your 5 and we used to bust their motherfucking ass." And they wanted to recruit me to school, but I'm like, I don't fuck with school. Well, would you at least go for the, just for the, the semesters and, we can help you, the we can help you type mentality. I'm like, I ain't got time for no fucking school. I had my first son and shit, and then I was working. I'm like, man, listen, I'm sorry, but I contemplated it, and I was sending tapes to Colorado State University, and, they were trying to get me to go there, and I'm like, man, I can't fuck with school, man. I'm sorry. I love basketball, so I kept it street ball, playing in tournaments and shit, traveling all over the state, playing in the tournaments and shit, street tournaments. And go ahead, because you look like you wasn't even gonna look crossing the fucking street, and you would have been mad if I would have cut in front of you. But so that's what I was doing when I was in school. In the fucking 11th and 12th grade. I was at the colleges. So much to where they thought I went there. So, anyways, guys, I mean, this is where they're going with this shit. And pay attention. How else they're going to do, I have no clue. We know they're going to use the liberals, which is everybody that ain't awake, pretty much. Because as you've seen all the Trumpers last night, they were fucking crazy for their guy, Donald Trump. Now, this is how you know it's some twisted shit. All right. And that's how you know there's some of these Trumpers that actually have the light in them and that actually are awake. Because when he talked about Mr. 19 and it got quiet. When he talked about the drugs, about execution, they got quiet. So that lets me know that there's people that still could be reached. Like I said, like the guy, like the Stop Oil protest, where the one brother removed that motherfucker off the highway, and the look on that guy's face, in case y'all forgot, here, that right there is what we need to be. What that is what gets that energy out of these people. When you're light and your energy comes out, it ain't anger. All right. If this guy was angry, he'd have whooped this guy's ass. This guy, when he grabbed him, the brother probably felt his energy, and he earthed him. He's like, "Yo, man, this shit is ridiculous. Get the fuck up out the way, man." You know, this is where we're headed, guys, and it's gonna take a sword, a sharp way with words to get at these people. And I've broken these people down before. I did it live before to the one girl I was outside. I broke her down. I broke her completely down to where, she said they were all Nazis over there at the hospital. They're all racist. And I busted her all the way down. And I could tell that, I could feel the energy. She wasn't loved, probably one parent. She didn't get attention. She was an outcast in school. She just didn't fit in. They're just these people are unloved. All right. They're unloved. And this is what this society and these psychopaths know, that there's people out there because they put the programs out there to make these people. They've bred these people. All right. They've destroyed. Okay. They have destroyed the structure of families and shit like that. Me and this other brother were talking about the other day. Look what's on TV today. All single, all dysfunctional fuck shit. All right. Back when I grew up, it was Leave It to Beaver, you know, Family Ties. It was the Cosby Show. It was Silver Spoon. It was fucking the Brady Bunch. It was all kind of like, family oriented shows and movies and shit. And, wasn't all this bullshit. And that's how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? Though at that time, it was a separation of family, because at that time they were propagating, this is what a lot of people know what I'm talking about, but forget the reason why they had those shows is because they wanted to break the mega families up, as oh, look at how it is to be with just your intermediate family. That's what they were doing back then, because a lot of families were big as fuck. It was aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and just huge families together. They had to break that shit up, man. This has been a long time agenda. All right. They had to break that shit up, guys. You know, they had to break that shit up. Go back to the comments. They had to break that up. So that's what those shows were about, to get us into an intermediate family where it's just mom, dad, and the kids. They had to do that because that was them breaking us, the big families up, the grandparents and the aunts and uncles and everybody together dwelling and prospering. Because if you were to look at today, nobody's family really gets along. Everybody's on that fuck you. They over here. Families are the most double crossing shit and this is reality right now. Families don't like each other. They beef. They want it like that because they know you're powerful when you're together. Right down to people like, oh, they broke us up as a people. Man, get to your fucking family. Look at your family. Do you talk to that motherfucker? No. Why? Oh, because man, all right. That's all worldly bullshit. They did that to spiritually disconnect you from your own fucking family. All right. People would have family reunions. People don't have family reunions like that no more. The family reunion used to be the family union, united all at once and everybody together dwelling, And it's still like that. There's still some like that in the South, but they wanted the majority to get away from that because you're too powerful. What the fuck you need them for when you got each other? And other groups like the Arabs come over here. Some Italians, but they've lost their ways too. The only Haitians. I mean, the ones with the money are like the Albanians, the Arabs, the Iranians. Asians do this shit still, but they even got caught up into the American ways. Um, I would say honestly, the Arabic are the ones that stick together the most at this point in time. They come over here. You like, how the fuck they got everything? Well, they stick the fucking together. They know that they don't got to go to no bank. They can go to Allah over here who got the money because he been doing the stores forever. And they know you're going to do good because you're one of them. And they're going to give you the finances to do it. Boom, you got your shit. And they know you're going to pay them back because this is just how they do it, man. And imagine if we was like that, if it was we was 20 deep in the family and everybody working, you wouldn't need nothing. We wouldn't need no bank loans. You wouldn't need no fucking welfare. They did this because they need you, man. People can't wrap their mind around this, man. They fuck this whole shit up. And that's why gathering, coming together is such an important thing, but people can't even see that shit. You know what I'm saying? It just blows my fucking mind because when people come together, you have resources. I mean, it's simple. You got resources because you got each other. Somebody has something you don't. You have something somebody else don't, you know? And they don't want that because then you don't need them. Then you become a problem because you don't really need them. You may need their finances, but shit, you could become more people see that they're like, damn, it's about 100 of them motherfuckers and they doing damn good. Remember, they was all individual. They was like doing this and that. But now look at them. They're prospering. See, they don't like that. They don't like group ups, So, we got a bad connection. Is our connection good, guys? I've been ranting. Sorry. Oh, okay. Thanks. So, this is what the fuck these people are doing, man. And it's just so disgusting and pitiful. And as I look at society as a whole, even like, like this whole internet shit, it's like, at some point, you just want to say fuck it, man, because ain't nobody doing shit, man. Everybody's too busy. Everybody's got an excuse. Everybody, and this is why we're on the fucking train track, and it isn't straight. It's like a fucking 90-degree roller coaster track going straight there, and there's no resistance. There ain't no brakes on this bitch. You know, ain't no fucking brakes. Thanks, bend over. It's ain't no brakes on here at all. Zero. You know, they're just fucking rolling. And to see Trump just sit there and lie about all the what he did and this and that, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy? People buy this shit. Trump supporters don't even fact check what he says. Like, it's just so mind blowing to me. It just blows my fucking top, And then the words I remember when he's saying executing people that sell drugs, and then look at the drug problem. You see how they're setting this all up? All right, they're setting this all up. The drug problem. It ain't coming through no. And then the open borders. I was down there. I went to two of his. Why he went down there still blew my mind. He went down to South Texas. He went to Mercedes, Texas, and Alamo, Texas, all in a span within a month. And I'm like, damn, this is kind of strange. Why is he down here? And he's, talks about the fucking wall's been like that for there's no wall. There's just sections of walls. There is no fucking wall. You could just literally walk right over to fucking Mexico through these fields, through these farms and shit. I mean, there's no wall. I mean, and as far as the Mexican border, you can walk right into the fucking Mexican border. And you can come into this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, the United States is the one to put restraints on the shit. With the little fake ass security at the border. But if you really wanted to get in, you can just go through these fucking people's yards. Ain't no fucking wall. He's something there lying about it was almost complete. Bitch, it wasn't almost complete. I was doing videos down there showing you guys that the shit wide open. They were just trying to throw it up to make it look like something. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. And people flooded to the border and then it's structure. It was being done under his fucking watch. Like, what the fuck? This shit it's mind blowing to me, man. Like, how people don't look at this shit. What do you mean? I'm literally buses been coming through back and forth from that bitch for a long time, man. Wasn't no resistance against that shit. It's crazy, man. It's really, really crazy, Really just fucking blows my mind, man, how stupid people are and how just dumb they are, man. And this whole thing about China, this guy's got all kind of backdoor deals with China. oh, the tariff and the taxes of China. Who do you're the one profiting off of the tariffs and taxes that you impose on China and China's goods. All right. You're profiting on that because somebody is paying you to implement these rules that has slowed the economy down so shit can't get over here. So there could be a backup, an influx. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just mind blowing, man. You know, it really is. And he's invested in the electric. I mean, he's invested in this whole electric so called takeover that they're trying to do. And that's another thing. Like, I look at this electric shit, I'm like, and the oil thing, like, what are these people really trying to do? Because it doesn't fit. It don't fit. The oil, I mean, the way you can go with oil and natural gas is unlimited. There's no end. This electric car shit, these minerals, is there an end to these minerals? I mean, think about how many, I mean, what's going to be running off of these batteries and shit, you know? I mean, it's just, I look at that and I'm like, they're so far off from this infrastructure. Like, what is the agenda? You know, like, what's the plan? You know, I mean, we think, oh yeah, they're going all electric to control us and do all this other shit. Yeah, I get it, but look at the infrastructure now. It's not even, it ain't even capable. They got a couple pumps here and there, and they're putting them up, and yeah, they could put them up pretty fast, but it's like there's no infrastructure here for these fucking electric vehicles, man. You know, because I look at if they roll them all out, there's going to be car problems. It's new technology. There's going to be problems. Where the fuck they going? There's going to be backups upon backups. People are going to be angry because they can't drive their car because there's 100 fucking Tesla or 500 fucking GMCs that have a recall because of a problem, and they can't get into the shop because there is no shops. And the ones that are available, they can't handle all the influx of them. And then the mechanics, I mean, this is new technology, man. Like, what? And if the batteries are fucked up, I mean, how much is it going to cost? I mean, where is all this shit really going? You know, is it all just a game to get an agenda and then they're still going to use gas? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I know for goddamn well they sure switch these plants over. That's one thing I do know. But you know, and there's laws implemented, but it's like there's no infrastructure here. You know, it's got to be either slow crawl or somebody's left in the fucking dark. You know what I'm saying? And I look around the United States, I'm like, well, this is a place that probably going to be left in the dark. You know, I don't know. So, anyways, what's good, everybody? What's good, rap samples, Ryan, disciples? It's kind of ranting off there. Thanks, disambiguation. But yeah, man. Oh, shit. This shit's falling. But yeah, man, it's like, man, after this shit with Trump and the dates, even the rocket, the Artemis rocket launch planned, and they're showing it's like, okay, he's to do with Space Force. You know, it's like all on the same day. It's like, man, you know. But trying to read some of these comments. I can't get into, y'all have a conversation, so I can't really get into it. So, you know. So yeah, man, it's just crazy, man, to see that. And tell you, just go check out you know, this whole pre-Hitler shit, and this is where we're at, you know. This is right where we're at right in this point in time. Um, go look at the Weimar Republic, man. It's just crazy. And they officially named this shit. You know what I'm saying? They you know, it makes you wonder, man, you know. And it was the government of Germany from 1918 to 1933, you know. And think about that. 1918 was the 1918 was like that that so-called pandemic back then, But during that, it was a lot of drugs, prostitution, like I said, inflation. It was fucking terrible, man. And it was it was it was not inflation, it was hyperinflation, you know. What else was going on there? The golden 20s. I mean, it's a lot. Go back there and look at that shit. It's like it's the same shit, man. The Great Depression, October 1929, and that's when it started. That's when all that shit started. And that's when Hitler came in, man. And he was far right. That's why and if you think about the rhetoric, they call Trump far right. Far right. It's the same, if they're using the same term, same, words, man. It's like, and it's crazy, man. And it says, which brought the swift collapse of democracy. And I mean, it's just you see it going in this direction, man. You really do. You really do, man. And there was a lot of videos that have been scrubbed off YouTube that used to show like a lot of this stuff about Germany and Hitler and how it was and how the story that they tell us don't at all add up, So it doesn't really add up. And there was this channel that used to break this shit down, man. And I used to share the videos, and people used to just like, talk shit and oh no, you're a Nazi and this and that. I'm like, oh my fucking God, people can't even, they have their minds so blocked off of this shit, they can't even look at what's in front of them, man. It's just all this journey is about having an open mind about things. Believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, but don't like cut shit off. I don't cut nothing off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll hear, and then I'll look into it and I'll think about it and I'll rationalize it and I'll put it in perspective, and then I'll think about it and I'm like, I'll make it, okay, I get that. All right, I see how I don't dismiss shit. I'm not a dismiss where I'm, oh fuck that. That's just stupid. Even like the UFO thing. I don't get into the UFO things, but it's a possibility. But I'm not gonna trash it and like throw it aside and like, oh, that's impossible, shit like that, But because I don't really rock out with that whole, UFO shit and all that. I mean, with all the technology today, somebody should be sitting in a room with a fucking UFO or alien and or have some real hardcore evidence of not speculative evidence of shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's like, spiritual things that I have understanding about. And I have seen starships. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I've seen these things crossing the skies. People say, oh, those are the satellites. I'm like, could be that too. I don't know. But I know what I see. There's fucking shit that travels the same speed all over the skies, deep in the skies. No matter where you are, well, you got to be in a place where you can see them. Like I literally observed these and it just blew my mind. And sometimes they would take off and it would be the shooting star. I can't explain that shit to nobody. I think you fucking batshit crazy. You got to be there and you got to look and you got to see them, like watch them. Sit there, lay back out in these dark parks, because I wanted to know this shit. I wanted to look at the skies. So I would go take my family. We would go to dark parks, the darkest places you can go in the United States to view the skies. And I tell you, my mind was fucking blown. You could see the Milky Way with your naked eye. You could see, you got some regular binoculars. You can see the ring of Saturn. You can see all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the dopest shit ever. So dark. It's just crazy dark on a new moon where there's no moon around. I mean, it's so beautiful, man. It really, and then when you sleep, oh my fucking God, you talk about going through an astral realm. It's like amazing sleep, deep sleep. It's the most craziest thing ever, and I've been there. I've been to the quietest place on the planet. In the United States. Quiet Town, USA in Virginia. And I tell you, you know, and that's what that actually removed me from my bad situation. Right after that, my bad situation removed itself out of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I know that was a spiritual cleanse. You know what I'm saying? That was a spiritual cleanse. Went there, there's no seltzer, it's nothing. You can't, your head is clear, your you know, your whole field just opens up. It's amazing, man. It's really crazy. And that's Quiet Town, USA. You know, that's in Virginia. It's so dope, you know, because I don't want to like, if I want to know something, I'm going to go fucking know something. I want to look, I'm going to study, I want to experience, I want to see it. That's why I was at the protest. I'm like, I feel this energy. I want to go see it, feel it, and be in it, you know? It's like getting together. Like I've always known when we get together, it's going to be something special. So I want to be there. I want to be in it. I want to feel it. So I'll give you that perspective. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just shit. When I want to know something, I know. You know, people were telling me the border's fucking closed. I'm like, all right, I know it ain't closed, but I'm like, fuck it. I know it's not closed because all my research, I know for a fact, I understand what they're doing. I'm like, I'm gonna go. So I did videos, y'all know, walk right to Mexico. Fucking border ain't closed. You look online, it's closed. You can't go. How the fuck you can't? I just walked right in there. Didn't even have to show ID. Didn't even have to go through a fucking metal detector. They don't search you. They welcome you with open arms. You know, you got to pay that little $1 Mexican token at the thing or whatever it is, and that's it. You know, as people are telling me the Canadian border was closed. Fucking Canadian border ain't closed. I'm sitting there at this protest thing, you know, observing people walking right over there, going in. And I said, is the border closed? Yeah, it's closed. I was like, no, is it really closed? It's closed. I'm like, how come people are going back and forth? Well, you know, I mean, it's open, but it's technically, it's the same shit as Mexico. They can't restrict you on the United Nations, International Covenant, the other treaties from traveling anywhere in this bitch. You know, they can try, but they can't do it. You know, so I wanted to know, so I'm there. You know, during the whole shutdown, although everything shut down, not one thing was shut down except for their stores and all their shit. But you could move freely. There was no restrictions. You can go wherever the fuck you wanted to go. You know, people locked their own selves in their house. I didn't. One of the best times of my life. Never forget that shit. You know. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah. Again, shout out to all you guys. And you know, I'm just ranting and roving, but you know, this is where we're headed, man. I'm gonna post some more stuff about this stuff because when you got a fucking guy saying you need to execute drug dealers, and he's already said in the past, take guns, ask questions later. You know, this motherfucker is right in line with the tyranny. So all these Trumpers and all these freedom loving people that want Trump in there, you're going to get what you want, but you're going to get caught up in the bullshit because there's going to be terrorists here that come through the border that are going to be all over the United States. And it's because of Biden's policy. Now we got to be safe. You never know who might be a terrorist. So remember this little Allah Akbar, or this motherfucker from this other country was over here, you know, he disguised himself like a freedom-loving freedom fighter. So therefore, we have to check and make sure and monitor everything. All state borders will have military at them to check you going from point A to point B. We just have to do it because you guys have to remain safe. I'm telling you, they're going this way, guys. 100%. This is the way they're going. You know, I already know it's this shit. This is the way they're going with this shit. You know. And you got to remember, we're in a country that signed a disarmament act that is implementing the disarmament act every fucking day. You know, there with every new regulation is tribute to the disarmament act of the United Nations. All right. Every nation that's on the disarmament act disarmed their citizens. Australia, Canada, they're all on there. They disarmed them. They use agendas to do it. America's been tough, but it's going to be that point where they do go that route. They go that route. And will people give them back? I hope not. And right now, in my thought process, they're going to give them back. America is too pacified, too baby. Nobody's about to go through the extreme. I mean, there's going to be people that resist 100%. Not enough. 300 million. 360 million people in the United States, maybe 10,000 will resist with weapons. All right. The rest, you're going to see them. They got 20 fucking AR-15s and all this shit will be in the line to turn them bitches in when they say you're gonna be in prison for 10 fucking years or face $100,000 fine. All right. And we will come get you because we're under military rule. You see how you didn't see on CNN, Fox, and BBC and all the and Twitter X. You didn't see all that shit we was doing. We went in there with military and got all these motherfuckers up. You want to go through that? Nope. You'll see a line. I probably won't, but somebody will be there to document the long ass line of people with fully armed motherfuckers in line to turn in their weapon, and it's gonna blow your mind because all of them are more people are armed in line than are there to tell them to turn their guns in. That's how it's shit gonna go down, and it's gonna be the most fucking heart-wrenching thing you ever seen. How the fuck more people in line got firepower than the people that are telling them to turn their guns in? You're gonna see that. Trust me, you're gonna see that. No doubt in my mind. I know it. You know, but there's gonna be those people that they're gonna have to send the military in, and believe me, they'll have the military to do it. They've been prepping for this shit for a long time. All right, and I just see Trump as the key because it's gonna keep those people docile enough to get shit in place and then turn on them. This is what they do, man. It's double cross, man. You knew I was a snake before you let me in. That's Donald Trump's shit right there. You know, that's the shit right there. You know, so oh man. Oh shit. So again, shout out to all you guys. That's right, Ryan. Again, shout out to all you guys. You know. Well, but like I said, man, there's not enough real shit. You know, there's not enough people that's gonna pop anything off. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, you know, we could talk about what we're gonna do with this, but you got to put your mind frame into that. Because if you go that route, it's death. It's a death situation. You gotta think. It's all their shit is already in place. You know what I'm saying? It's already here. It's already in place. So you got to think about, okay, what are they going to do? All right. So wherever anybody's at, that's going to be the resistance. Nobody's coming to the resistance because they're going to already have that locked down. All right. They're already, this is going to be a military op, man. We're going to be under military rule. Trump is going to bring that in because Biden's job is to collapse it, get it all disruptive. I mean, the motherfucker comes out like Satan and actually he got away with it. Everything is still the same. Nobody gives a fuck. People forgot about this motherfucker literally had a backdrop of Satan lined up ritual, came out here and said all these motherfuckers are radical. Are you kidding me? That should have been a revolution right there. No, nobody did anything. No one said anything. Nobody mentioned anything. Nobody did zip. Everybody forgot. It's go vote. Trump. Go vote. Trump 2024. So they're going to have everything in place. All right. Whatever little shit they do, whether it's a terrorist. Oh, there's a terrorist threat. There's not going to be the old Patriot shit yet. No. It's going to be what they've been prepping. The buses I've saw that I could not put any bodies in, but I seen them. Seen the white ones. But those blue ones that were fully armed, machine gun wielding, bars through the whole fucking bus. Never seen anybody on them, but they were always moving. Whatever they bust in this bitch is in here. And these are the ones that they're going to use to get that whole lockdown again. All right. Because you never know when they can pop up. You never know when a terrorist can pop up in the United States. So now we have to lock it all down. You know, the border's locked down now. All the states are locked down now. Everywhere you go to enter any state, there's going to be military there or police because they're going to be right with them. All right. And you're going to have to show your papers. Where you going? Where you coming from? Why you going there? How long you going to be there? What are you going to do while you're there? Are you carrying any contraband? Do you have any weapons? Watch. And they're going to, I'm telling you, this already, they got this in the bag, man. They got that in the bag. Where's the resistance going to come from, guys? In your house. That's it. That's the only civil war that's happening in your motherfucking house. That's why people gotta pay attention and understand. That's what people can't gather fucking now. How are they gonna gather for some type of civil war? No, they're not doing that. And then you got to go through all the fucking the shit, all those people that are going to be disrupted everything. The anti-gunners, the anti-abortions, the anti-fucking the LGBT shit, the BLM type shit, the whatever the fuck else they create shit, the fucking climate shit, the oil shit, all these fucking people, you got to go through those layers, you know. Telling you, man, they already done did this shit, man. They showed you ain't gonna fire a bullet, or you're gonna be the one catching it. They already showed you this shit. It's good to have that mentality, but you got to look at where we're at. You just got to look at it. You know, I've lost hope and faith. I've lost faith and hope with it. It's gonna be an individual stand. That's all it's gonna be. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Shit hits the fan, like that, because that's how they're gonna do it. A slow roll. You got to think. This is why you're going to see that line. You're not going to believe your eyes when you see that line. The line is going to be amazing. You're gonna be like, damn, there's a line of people here with more firepower than anything here, and they're giving their guns to these people. And it's going to be shown to the world. It's going to be shown to the fucking world, man. I'm telling you, I just see it. I just get the vision. This is, and a lot of times I get visions, they be dead on point, you know. And it's good to have, I'm sorry, it's good. This is just me, and I might lose y'all. It's good to have that hope that people will stand up. But look at, they ain't standing up fucking now. What they gonna, yeah, there'll be a line across where people get mad and angry. What are they gonna do? Where are you going? Who you angry at? The enemy is all around you. How are you gonna, who are you gonna zero in the energy, that energy on? No, you just gotta batten down your hatch, sit in your house, all right? The same place you've been sitting, because he ain't coming out the bitch. It just is what it is. Where you going? Where you going? Think about it. What's the civil war is going to be the people just beefing with the people, but as far as the government, they ain't got shit to worry about. People are masterminds with this shit, man. These are all the things that I think about. I wish that a lot of people would wake up and do what they had to do, but no, it ain't going that way. Just look around you. Look around you, man. Got 100 guns and 100 clips. All the people on the streets with all the guns and shit, they shooting each other right now. Fuck. You got to worry about those people when shit starts inflating and you can't eat. The criminals are already running the streets. Come on, man. Cops ain't gonna be out there. Soon as shit like that starts to pop off and a few cops get shot, what are you gonna do? Then they're gonna bring the National Guards in. Oh, they're gonna get shot. Now that's all out. Now what happens? It's war on the people. That's how they get in here and they lock shit down. Risk getting shot on sight. Turn that fucking gun in. We need gun control now. Look how many people have been shot. Look how many National Guards have been killed. It's war on the streets. I wish people had the mentality that these countries have, where they defend to their death. America's gonna think about, man, I gotta go to, what about my job, my kids, my family? Ain't nobody sitting there with no gun gonna say, what about Jesus? It ain't fucking happen. These motherfuckers, what, Allah Akbar, Allah, all praise to Allah. They going out. They say they going the fuck out. We out. They gonna blast anything that comes through the door. They don't give a fuck. America's got too much to lose. What about them? They're gonna think I got my house, my car. Coming out with their hands the fuck up. Coming out with their hands up here. Telling you, man. And like I said, it is what it is, man. So, so shout out to all you guys. From Trump's last full day in office, January 1921, to his speech last night. Wow. It was 666 days. See, all the shit all lines the fuck up, man. It all lines up. Right, rap samples. People so passive, man. Can't let a terrorist sit down and think about, right? Can't let a terrorist sit down and think about in New York City. Exactly. Exactly, Ryan Thomas. I do think Republicans are dumber, though. They openly contradict themselves, where at least the Democrats cover up their conscience through attacking. Exactly. Fucking these motherfucking Democrats do what the fuck they say, man. They do what they say. That is one thing for sure. They do what they say, you know. Yeah, he did. He did. I mean, that's crazy, man. It's like that in Georgia. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, that's what's the United States is going to be under military rule. I mean, it technically is, but there's going to be the troops are going to be on the street. UN troops, most likely. Motherfuckers not speaking your language because they know how Americans are. They already know Americans, man. They know. All right. Even the U.S. military knows. You talk to military men, they know. They'll tell you. They know we're not gonna be up. They know we're not with that. So they already got a fucking million other motherfuckers already saying, "Look, America, look what America's done to the world. They've been propagating motherfuckers in other countries for 20 years for this mission they got for us. All right, however long, 10 years, 5 years, they already know. All right. Orange Man's probably been their target, sitting in their little back rooms with their fucking AKs and getting training ready. This Orange Man is a threat to fucking the world. This is what he's doing. They're propagating these motherfuckers over there, man. The CIA over there taking hundreds and thousands of these motherfuckers, man, and doing that, and then bringing them right through the border and bringing these motherfuckers in here and then sitting them here and say, you guys play around a little while and dabble in the United States because I was watching this one channel. Okay. And I know for a fact, and they deleted that video, that he was a predator poacher. And it was this one dude speaking some wicked ass language, like from somewhere. And he was just laughing. He's like, call the police. I don't care. He's like, you dumb Americans. You don't know what's coming. I'm like, what the fuck? This dude just was about to meet a fucking 13-year-old fucking boy and shit and do something with him and all the sexual shit. And this fucking predator poacher caught his ass fucking he said do whatever you need to do. Man, the police came and asked him his name, asked him all this shit, told the predator poacher guy, like, well, right now, I mean, there's nothing we can do. Whatever that dude talked to and showed them, is like right now, there's nothing we can really do. That shit was alarming to me. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are already here. They already here, man. And he was speaking some kind of language, pretending he didn't know English. Then he came out with a broken English accent and was talking all this shit and saying, laughing like it was funny. It's like, you stupid Americans don't know what's coming. Like, what the fuck is that? Has nothing to do with this situation. But right then and there, it just fucking blew my mind, man. So these people are already here, you know? So I saw HSI in the city this morning. I never saw them here. Oh, Homeland Security. Iris. Yeah, man, they're around, I see them here in Rochester. Homeland Security in their little cruiser and shit. But yeah, they're gonna have these foreign troops on our land. They're gonna have them here. They're definitely gonna have them here. So, and it's not all like fear shit. It's just stuff that comes across my mind. I just share with you guys, and you can see the shit laid down. I mean, look around. Anybody? No, it's too much docileness. These motherfuckers rather be at a Bills game than standing up for everything's being taken from, but they're at a Bills game, putting all their energy into that shit, or whatever city you're in game and shit. People care more about that and themselves than anything. As long as they got their comforts, and it's just disgusting, man. Truly, truly, truly amazes me, guys. That's why that line is going to be real long, and it's going to amaze the world that there's more firepower in line turning in the guns than there is actually making them turn in the guns. And then you'll see mission accomplished. Because once Americans are disarmed, you want to talk about some fucking tyranny? Boy, oh boy, you're going to have some tyranny. But there's a lot of guns in America. So again, I'm optimistic. They're going to definitely try this. Will it happen? I hope not. I hope it does. I hope people really fucking understand and the shit backfires, and then every fucking gun goes into the hands of people that really knows and say, you know what, we ain't going for this. And if you against me, you're my enemy. I hope people get that mindset. You know, do I want to be around during that time? Fuck no. I want to be watching from the sidelines. You can call me a what you want to. All right, you can call me what you want to. How are we going to have all this awareness and know and understand and be on the front lines? No, that's for them people. Y'all be on the front lines. I'm not about to be on the front lines with this shit. No, that's. But we've been fighting the battle long enough. You guys, there's levels to this shit, and those that embody that, they'll have that energy to do that. We have a different energy. All right, we're on the other side of rebuilding because we don't ever want to see another society like this shit again. I don't. I don't like this society. You know what I'm saying? We need to save the planet. We need to care about nature. We need that shit. We could be in perpetual balance with fucking nature. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. I'm all for, a lot of their agendas. I'm all for the shit. You know what I'm saying? People want to get injected with y'all shit. Let them be injected with your shit. If you say it does what it does, they believe in it. Just don't force it on me. We could all exist together in this bitch. Let's have some balance. Let them do it. They want to inject themselves and do all that shit, and they want to follow along and follow all what y'all doing. Let them. Just leave us the fuck alone. Why we got to be an enemy? Why we got to be why we got to be looked at like this? You know what I'm saying? If we want to be a conspiracy theorist, whatever y'all call it, and we calling all your shit out, let us be that. If they want to believe we are, let them believe that. Let's have balance. Just don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? you know so exactly, they already it's already out. They have already put it all out verbally of what we are. We're terrorists to them, point blank period. They even said Republicans are fucking basically terrorists. Like, what the fuck? You got two party system in the United States corporation. One's Democrat, one's Republic, and then they got all these other fucking parties. God damn it, and that's what it all is, a party. But anyway, you got Democrat, you got Republic, and you got one side calling the other one a fucking terrorist. And then what does Trump call them? Radical fucking Democrats. So you got two hands in government calling each other terrorists and radicals, along with all of us. Like, what kind of monkey funky shit is this that we're living in? And then you wonder why people like me want to just hop out of here. I'd rather go somewhere where that shit ain't even going on. You know what I'm saying? Go over here. Fuck it. I'm off here in the cut, doing my own thing. I know for a fact ain't nobody fucking with you and bothering me. And they come there, hey, so be it. That's I done made it. I consider in my being, I done made it. Fuck it. I'm good. You know, I can go somewhere where the water comes out of the ground. I can go somewhere where I don't gotta build the fucking garden. It's already there. It's gonna grow 365 and switch, and all I gotta do is just help it, maintain it. God's already provided for me. So whatever you believe that energy is already provided for you. I can get there. And if I get a shelter, you know, a tax is only $30 for an entire year. Oh, I'll pay the bitch and fuck it for 30 fucking years. Boom. That means no one is, and then it's off the fucking grid anyway, where 80% of your life is outside anyway. I call that fucking finding a paradise. Oh, I don't have to pay no electricity, no water, no food. And once the place is purchased, I don't gotta pay for that. What the fuck else I gotta worry about? Nothing. What you gotta worry about? You got nothing. That's obtainable right now. That's obtainable. What the fuck are we doing? You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta pay to live. Nobody's coming looking for you. And if you didn't pay the $30, you think someone's coming looking at you for 30 fucking dollar taxes when you look at the tax code and why they have it? Nobody's coming and looking for your ass. Here, you don't do it. Men with guns are coming looking for you. And they're gonna take this shit. You could never own anything here in the United States. That should tell you something big. You can't own it. You can't own anything. You know, you know. Say you bought a house, $1 million cash. You bought a house somewhere in the United States. I paid for it. It's mine. Even the government don't own the land, but guess what? They own the land. Don't pay taxes on it. Men with guns are going to come seize and take your fucking house. That says a lot, you know? People got to look at where we're at. You don't send your kids to school. Eventually, men's with guns come to your fucking house. Why aren't you sending your kids to school? Oh, I'm homeschooled. Well, you didn't register them so we can make the money, bitch. Go do it, or we're gonna take your fucking kids. You got to look at what prison you're actually involved in. You know, there's other places that don't do that shit. They don't do that. That should say something. Even other states don't do that. Texas, you can homeschool your kids. You ain't got to do nothing. It blows people's mind when you tell them that. Like, what? You go to Texas with children, they don't have to go to fucking school. There's nothing you got to do. You homeschool your kids. You know? I mean, it's fucking mind blowing, man. When you actually look at the reality we live in, it's like, you know, even with the gun laws, why some gun laws you can do this, other laws you can't. You bring your gun over here, now you're a criminal. Like, what the fuck you living in? You see how we're already twisted and fucked up. That's why when they do come take the guns, the line is going to be longer. The lines with returning the guns are going to be longer than the ones telling you to return it. And there are going to be more people. The heavily armed society that's bringing their weapons in to turn them in is going to be more overwhelming than the actual ones sitting at the fucking facility, you know, which will probably be a military facility because of that very reason. But these are the roads we're headed, man. Unless things change. Do you see things changing? Nope. Because they're going to scare the fuck out of humanity, you know? So it is what it is, man. But that Donald Trump speech was crazy. The motherfucker lied the entire time, talked about the same shit. You know, he said that he said this before about executing drug dealers. And that right there is what saddened me the most. Is because look at the drug problem now. We know they're causing the drug problem. Why do they want to execute people like that? Imagine what else they'll execute. Think about this shit. If he's saying they want to execute people for selling drugs, think about the ramifications of that. And then this motherfucker always said he likes take the guns first, ask questions later. This is who these motherfuckers are gonna. This is who they're. The same people that believe in all the stuff that in reality, if they looked at it, that they're against, all right, they're worried about. So all these Trumpers are worried about freedoms being taken, are going to give up all their energy to somebody who's already said they're going to take most of their freedoms, who watched them lock the entire nation down, who watched them all this shit unfold under, you know, the nursing home shit, the all the stuff that went on during that whole shebang. All right, all that stuff that went on was under him. So that lets you know right then and there. That's like a precursor. And even you think that wasn't a test? That was under Trump. And look, they allowed this shit. So look, we're gonna take you out. This is our time. We're gonna put this old fucking senile motherfucker in here. We're going to ravage the country, flood it with drugs, sprinkle our little LGBTQ element of P in there. We're going to do all this shit. We're going to burn cities down. We're going to do all this, you know? And they was burning city down under his watch. Think about that. Think about this shit. You know, that shit was going on during Donald Trump. You know? Think about it. That was all a test to see where are they going to come out? Are those resistant that we're worried about going to come out? And see, man, it's like fuck that. It's go time now. That's why they got Davos. They start talking big shit. They're at COP27 talking big shit. They flexing now because nobody's doing nothing. So they're flexing, and they're like, we could put our orange Muppet back in there. Boom, we got this in the bag. Everything is straight. Everything is fine. We got this shit in the bag. So now, boom, they swivel it in here. You know, sprinkle it in here. You know, they already done did it. They'll accept a lockdown under me. They'll accept, you know, certain things under me. You know, we'll trickle it in, and then boom, we'll take the gut. We'll flip it off. So they know that on a spiritual plane, that the people putting their energy into him and not themselves, therefore he's going to reverse that energy and then take it all from them. Well, that's where we're going, guys. So all the other population, It'd be nice if the ones that fell for the okey doke that aren't the Trumpers that are against the Trumpers, maybe you would think hopefully the energy would shift over to them and they would be like, wait a minute, we see what y'all doing. You're trying to take the guns because you're trying to take our freedoms, really. Maybe they'll see it instead of the Trumper. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But this is what they had planned, And this is all hypothetical. I could be fucking lying, but like Ocho, we living in the fucking twilight zone. Everything is upside down and inverted. Good is bad, bad is good, up is down, left is right. You don't know what the fuck going on. Schools right now are allowing all this shit, and parents are sending their kids to the fucking schools. I can't understand that. I mean, it's just mind blowing, man. It really is. It's crazy. Exactly, Ryan. Shout out to Purple Beats. Subscribe to Purple Beats. Dropping the beats. This ain't his beat right now, but this gang's music. But this is where we're at, guys. I just call it what I see. And shout out to Zach for dropping all them jewels because it lines up. It lines up perfectly. And they're going for this. They ain't. They put it out like Nazi. Nazi. All this stuff. Oh, yeah, Nazi. They're calling this same energy back. They're calling it back. Trump's a Nazi. You're Nazi. And they're using the red again. Think of MAGA. Ultra MAGA. That's black. It's like they're bringing that shit back slowly. That energy. They're bringing that shit from the underworld or wherever, and they're bringing it back in, man. That's why these people are under spell. You can't tell a Trumper shit. You can't tell a liberal shit. When you talk to these motherfuckers, they're under a spell because they can't rationalize thoughts. They can't understand each other because they're on two different frequencies, so they're gonna fight. When you have two different frequencies, you have what? Static, so they know they're gonna fight. How can we understand the fine line? How can we read between the lines? Because we operate on a different frequency, a different understanding. See, they use this energy, this liberal energy over and over and over and over, like when Malcolm X was talking about this shit, they become violent, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to create violence with these people, but when you got a man sitting there saying, executing, we don't have a drug, and they're right, them countries, they don't got drug problems because they will kill a bitch or 10 years in prison, 20 years in prison. You ain't coming out. There's no talking. Bitch, you're caught. You're done. You know what I'm saying? And they do execute a motherfucker, man. Over a certain amount, you dead. So you think they selling drugs over there? No. But then another thing is, people will try to get it over there, but they ain't because they're not in the drug trade. There's countries that just ain't in the drug trade due to its location, due to some leaders saying probably we're approaching with the drug trade. It was like, no, we don't want that in our nation. Because there's power structure. Remember, everything's contract. Everything is contracted. So just like with Mexico and, the drug cartels, they have a contract with the United States to make sure it gets in. When you're down there in the southern borders and you see them one-way stopping points, I know. I don't got to sit there and fucking figure it out. I know that's to make sure the right dope gets in. Anybody else that is competition, you get caught. But their shit has to make it through. How I know that is because when they stop you, they ask you if you're a U.S. fucking citizen. That video got like 70 million views when I did it. And I asked the guy, well, how can, you ask me this, but how are these buses? And then they tell you, well, it's what we're told to do. So if them buses can go there, we know those truckloads, they flash their little card. They know it's them that come, whatever it is, and you're going through scot-free. Nobody's fucking with you. Them drugs getting where they need to get to getting. All right. That's the deals they got. That's security securing their cargo. Because it makes no sense. You gotta say, are you a U.S. citizen? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen. You better fucking believe it. Have a nice day. I just went through there a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm like, I'm ready. I ain't fucking with these people. Are you a U.S. citizen? Yep, I'm a U.S. citizen. All right, have a nice day. Boom. But the thing is, how do they do that? But yet they let an entire bus load. They stopped me and you know my whoever I'm, my family and kids and shit. And I'm like, why they ask us? But yet you got a bus coming right through this bitch, headed to Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, full of fucking illegals. Does it make sense? No. But they can go. We got to stop. Make what sense does that make, guys? So that lets me know that the cargo, it's just one side. It ain't even on the other side. Coming down, you ain't got to drive through no shit like that. You know? Why wouldn't they be looking for illegals going back down there or something illegal? Or if they are checking for drugs, they got drug sniff. Why would think about it. If they're asking you if you're a US citizen and sniffing your car for drugs, because the canines is there, every car they sniff. So they sniff your car for drugs, but ask you if you're a US citizen. You know? That's pretty. That this is what goes on through my mind. All right, because I analyze every fucking thing. It don't make sense. If it don't make sense, what is it? Well, it's to make sure their drugs get there. Your drugs. No, you can't have your drugs coming through. No, why would you do that? We can't have you having your drugs come up through here because that affects our bottom line. You know, think about that shit. You know, are you a U.S. citizen? Yeah, drug dog going around your shit makes no sense. Think about it. I know what it's there for. It's for them to get the drugs up here because if they were looking for drugs, why ain't it on the other side? Nobody brings drugs from the north down here. Why wouldn't it be on the other side? You know, shit don't make no sense, man. So, anyway, but I'm about to get up off here, man. Shout out to all you guys. Love the dope comments. I'm tired, man. I'm putting in work. I'm putting in work on the other side of something, man, because I've been waking up tired as fuck. You know, I've been tired lately. You know, thanks, Jack. Thanks for all the info, man. You dropped. You know, because as soon as I seen it, I'm like, oh shit, it's 100%. Like this is what they're doing. They're recalling that spirit from back in World War I and II. They're bringing it up to the forefront. They're letting us know this is the operation they're going. Because when you look at the United States, it's pre fucking Hitler. It's pre Hitler with the perversions, the inflation. It's going to go into hyperinflation, the drugs, the sex. It's fucking insane, man. You know, it's this is what they're doing. You know, it's accepting the weirdness, you know, the inversion, the flipping society. And this is how it was down there back in that time. And you think about it, maybe the pandemic was the calling of World War One. Maybe that was World War One. And then what we're going into is World War II to have World War III. You know what I mean? Because of the terrorists. And that's when they try to round the motherfucker up like us, take the guns, and go into their Klaus Schwab and Hall Ferrari and all these motherfuckers wet dream. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're going for. But that's why they talk big shit. They even said it's go time. You know, we can go now. You know, but you know, it is what it is, man. Moving into my first house, so that's dope, man. Shout out to Ocho. That's dope, man. Good brother right there, Ocho. Got a chance to meet him. You know, not blaming a man, not blaming man, but blame the son of the Most High. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, misinformation media. Gematria are with this entity. I don't know what you're talking about, my guy. What are you talking about, misinformation media? Another sellout. Oh, this must be a troll. I must be troll. Please don't block him. I like trolls. Let's see what the troll. Nope. You put like that big boy. You put like that big boy. What are you talking about? You want to come on and we could talk about it? And I like to see what the trolls got to say when they come on my channel, because you had to fall through some deep crack to land on my channel. So you had to. Confused. Good luck, homie. Okay. Yeah, I'm confused. If you're too good to explain it again, but just hey, explain it again. Are you mad about the Jesus? Are you mad about Jesus? Nobody don't block them though. We leave the trolls on the channel because eventually they block themselves because they realize they have no effect over here. So they just block themselves. So don't block them because I like to hear what they got to say. Misinformation media. Because they said something about gematria are with this entity, and it says not blaming man, but blame the Son of the Most High. So that would be Jesus. That's what I got off of that. So maybe they're blaming Jesus. And you are sold. Okay. Like I said it already. If Jesus was to come back right now, I'm going to be like, yo, Jesus, I ain't fucking with you. Because according to the Hebrew Israelites, he's going to crack the sky, come flying down. I don't know, was he going to have wings, a jetpack? He's going to be floating on what? Air? I don't know what. I don't know what is he going to be, a spirit? You're going to come down here. Is everybody going to be able to see it, or you need special glasses, or it have to be inside you? I don't know, but when Jesus cracked that sky and he come down, and if I see Jesus, I'm be like, yo, Jesus, because he's going to come to all of us because everyone's going to see him, right? I'm be like, look, man, what the fuck took so long, man? Stupid book. We will find out, bro. So I'm just going to leave it at this, and I got to end it because this is the shit that I'm talking about, because they can't make it make sense. It's not a stupid book. It's 80% garbage, 20% divine knowledge in that book. Because when I woke up, I threw the book out the fucking window. I'm like, fuck this Bible. But when I really woke up, I brought it back. I was like, oh shit, everything I'm saying is right in here. So, it is what it is. So people get triggered and angry over a Bible, but they can't rationalize how this is going to work. That the Son of Man, okay, is going to fly out of the fucking sky, come down here and save us all and take us to another place. I mean, because I've been hearing that shit since I've been a little boy, and I always ask questions: where is he coming from? What he look like? How's he coming? Is he coming on a big ass spaceship? Who's coming? Who's going with him? Those that embodied him, right? Think about it. Jesus came back right now. Like I said, I'm not fucking with Jesus, man. I'm not. You let this shit get like this, and I'm gonna go to another place with you, man. There's no fucking way I'm doing that shit. I'm gonna rock out, and if I'm wrong, I gotta live with those consequences. But I got a choice, right? You had a choice to come to this bitch 20 years ago or today. You came today. I had lost this person, that person, this person. Look at the world. Millions of fucking people, billions of people died at the hand of some psychopaths under the hand of Satan. You let Satan have more power than you. I said, Satan got more power than you, Jesus. What the fuck that is about? What's that all about? What's that all about, Jesus? I'm not fucking with Jesus, man. And I hope you can respect that, because you're the Almighty. I'm up here trying to save the fucking planet. Jesus, I'm doing your fucking job. How are we down here doing your fucking job? You come when you want to, land here. Now you want to take some motherfuckers with you? That's some selfish shit. I'm not fucking with Jesus. That's what I'll tell Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So, sun is what you worship. I don't know. What are you talking about? Worship the sun. But anyway, so I don't know what he's talking about, but he's upset about religion. I don't know. I mean, whatever you talking about is coming back to save us, because a lot of other cultures have the same belief, but it's a different person. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I know if Jesus come back and I see Jesus, is he going to have a name tag on? Is he going to announce himself? Or is there going to be some trumpets? I mean, is he going to be black, white, Hispanic? Because every culture is going to be a Chinese Jesus, because every culture got their own version of Jesus. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't fuck with Jesus because I'm gonna tell him like it is. I'm gonna be true to him, just like I'm true. I'm like, look, it took this long to come back. How many people had to disappear off this bitch? You let them just ravage the fucking your creation. You let them GMO all your fucking creation, create their own. You let them get your people sick. The people you taking back ain't even pure. Who's fucking pure going back? You know what I'm saying? Who Jesus taking back? Like I said, who gonna leave this bitch? Who gonna leave their loved ones? Motherfuckers be like, you know what, Jesus? I can't take my babies. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Think about it. You know? Why we had to find your book, Jesus? Why you couldn't just instill this in us? Why you couldn't do that, Jesus? You're the Almighty. You got so much power. To me, it don't look like you got all this power. What the fuck? Like it don't make sense. So that the ideology just is irrational because look around you, you know? Yahusha is the son of the man and the son of the most high. Okay, Yahusha. Is they coming back? What they look like, my brother? What they look like? What do they look like? Because the name fits. Misinformation media, the name fits. What do they look like? What how are they coming back? What do they look like? And who are they taking? Because if it's Hebrew Israelites, everybody dying. Blacks, white, if you they all going, they all bowing, they all being enslaved, they all getting their heads chopped off, just some savagery shit, which doesn't even in line with the Bible. So you educate us. I would like you to educate us. Matter of fact, you want to educate us. Let's see. I like to get educated. So we're going to drop this in here. Instead of chopping in the chat, you come on here and you educate us. And if anyone else want to come on here and educate us, we can just educate us. Is that your way to get rid of me? No, I put the link so you can get on here and tell us what the fuck's going on. I want to know. I want to know how Yahweh, Yahweh, Jesus, this entity is coming back here to save everybody. So just jump in here and you tell us. Instead of typing it, tell us. You know, just tell us. It is what it is, man. You know, like I said, I don't discount the whole Bible, but it's just all this Jesus coming back is why we in the position we in. It's like Farrakhan holding all his people back. This bitch should have been on fire, but people docile waiting for something to come back. Ain't nothing. While they making moves, and by the time you realize ain't nothing coming the fuck back, they got the new religion out, which is science and climate change. And if you ain't in line, bitch, you gonna be in a camp somewhere in a padded room, and they're gonna beat all your beliefs out of you because your Hall Ferrari said you got he just told you what the Bible was about, you know. And I believe in I believe in John 3:16 wholeheartedly. It's right. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, and whoever believes in him shall not perish and have eternal life. I believe in that in a totally different way. But I mean, you're still chapping. But you have no voice. See, this is what happens. You can't come on here and explain it like a man, but you're in the chat typing it through the fingers and you're saying you got no voice. I mean, I don't see. Just the logic doesn't even make any fucking sense, man. This shit just blows my fucking mind, man. You know, that's the problem with the book. You know, I've been hearing these words. These words. You know how many times people said this to me? Remember when your life is at its end. I've heard that so many goddamn times. It's funny because the Quran is in line with the same shit. So do you believe in the Quran misinformation media? Is it as you believe in the Quran? I dropped the link so you could just join and talk, not chitty chat pat. I mean, just come on and talk. Do you believe in the Quran? The Quran. turn up some beats while we wait for the answer. Do you believe in the Quran? Misinformation media. But and like I said, I rock out with Christians, Hebrew Israelites. You know, anybody, a brother. I don't. I look. I look at the being and their spiritual path because Hebrew Israelites, we're all on the same journey. Everything that they say, we say. It's just they have the book behind them. The knowledge that they gained came through the book, but I didn't. My knowledge didn't come through no fucking book. My knowledge came from being able to decipher the book to show you what I'm talking about is actually more in line with us than what you getting from the book. It tells you right there. I mean, the book is a book of self-mastery, mastering the self. All you gotta do is get a Freemason Bible. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this entities wrote this shit. All right, you could say what you want, but but this shit trickled down. You know, this shit trickles down. And you know, you see, he says, love. This is the thing, love thy enemy, but then says, remember me when your life is at its end. That's some negative shit, you know, because I know life don't end. All right, I know that you can't die. For one, I don't believe in space logic. You know, I don't believe in space logic. But it's all good. I just wanted to see if they'll come on and talk, but they're not going to talk. They're just going to sit there and chatty pat because they get upset over Jesus. Like I said, Yahweh Shah ain't the physical being ain't coming back to this motherfucker because they're already prepping up one, okay, in the country over there. You know, space exists in here. Your travel is in here. They make you believe you can go up there, you know, with throwing the rockets off in the ocean. I've been down there. I bought a P900. I've watched the military scour the whole fucking area before they launched the goddamn fucking rocket. And I seen the rocket come back, which was mind blowing to me. I seen the one rocket that they actually brought the fucking things back down in. I saw that shit. That shit was amazing. That's real. Or it could have been a hologram. That's real. But I know for a fact them motherfucking shits go up and over and they land in the ocean and the military goes out there and picks the shit up, brings it back. They make sure there's no boats. There's boating forecasts. There's no marine aircraft, no marine watercraft in that area. And they scour with military fucking choppers all up in there to make sure the coast is clear so nobody can seize the bullshit live. Nobody could tell me about no fucking spaceship. But anyways, you know, I dropped the link. They didn't want to come on and talk. So it's a one or two things: fear, or they don't believe the shit that they're actually talking. Because if I believed in some shit, I'm going on to tell, like, look, this is what it is. I'm about to try to educate you, and I'll listen. You know, if I'm wrong, I'll listen. You know, I'll listen to what you got to say. You know, so so obviously. He says, why am I talking so much? I'm like, why are you typing so much when I could sit here and just do this? And instead of typing, you could just do this and come on here and talk like a real man instead of being a chatty patty in the chat section. Because there it goes again, and just join up and talk like a real man and then shut me up. You shut me up and I'll be done. And the thing about it is you don't accept me. You won't accept me because I don't believe in Yahweh Shah, that whole story like that. You know, I accept you. You know, I accept you. You know what I'm saying? I'll still rock out with you. You know, I'd even check out some of the Hebrew Israelites shit from Buffalo because I'm subscribed to them when I got time. I'll check it out. You know, I don't got nothing against nobody, but you know, you see how they are. They have hatred in their heart. So who's on the right path? You know, because I have little hatred for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk what I talk, but it's just out of love, you know, about the Jesus freaks and all that other shit. Like I just don't rock out with that, but I'll still do anything for you. I'll still rock out with you. It's just the belief I don't, and you're tied to it. I'm not gonna take out on you because I got love in my heart. I don't got hatred. I'm not gonna say this motherfucker's this because they believe in Jesus. You're a piece of shit. Look at you, you dumbass. Look how you. I don't. I'm not gonna do that. No. So it is what it is, man. You know. But I dropped the link. Oh wait, is this him? Oh no, that's my brother Ocho.
Yo,
What's good, Oach?
Matrix.
What's good, Oach?
What's going on?
Nothing
I
much. I'm
wanted to
just
drop. I
chilling.
wanted to come in, man, give you some flowers.
Oh, what's up, man? That's all good.
Yo,
Keep
cause
the but keep the flowers in the nature though. I'll mentally project those because once you cut them, they become dead flowers. But
yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Exactly,
I'm just
exactly.
trying to. I was trying to get misinformation on here, but that ain't work. But was
Yeah, he's
good.
not going. He's not going to, cause he's an agent, bro.
No, I
They
know.
always pop out when you come and give
Nah,
supreme light. When you come with supreme light, they always pop out and say little dumb things. Like even just like when
yeah,
I was talking on Zach's stream the other day or yesterday, whatever day that was, and like I wasn't saying nothing wrong, bro. I'm not preaching no division. What I said completely eliminates division. So why would
right,
anybody come up there and say, "Oh, get this guy out of here"? You know what I'm saying? So like anybody who was doing that, but then still trying to drop information, they're obviously a part of it. These
right. I
people
mean,
are
look. I mean, you look at the name. It says what? Misinformation media.
misinformation media. Yeah,
So
exactly.
I
Like,
mean, it's a mockery in itself, but it's all good. But it's good to hear, man. You're getting things together, man. That's beautiful, man.
yeah, it's finally coming together. Um, it's funny, like I've been getting done so dirty in like the world with like certain stuff that happened that I just couldn't explain. Like people around me and stuff like made weird decisions. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's coming full circle. It's like I'm actually getting the stuff that I was looking for all these years. I was like doing law work, trying to find a certain amount of money that was hidden from me. And now it's
Mm-hmm.
actually coming to me. It's like, what? It's like all of this stuff is kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how it works, man. Everything is like a full circle, and me and my brother Will Turbot, we talk about this a lot, and you know, and then, there's down times and there's up times. The down times is teaching. The up times is moving what you learned from being taught from by your own self. So by
Right.
you coming into all that, you know, it gives you an oversight. Now you have a better understanding. You're like, damn, oh, I get it now. Oh, I got this now. I got this now. And then things just start along in your life as in what you know, physical things will start to happen that better you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like your spiritual and physical coming together at the same time. That's
Yeah.
why it's important to move in within energy because it's always energy in motion. See, a lot of stuff comes to people like knowledge and then they don't move. And then they stay in that same rut, same rut, same rut. You got to
Right.
move on the knowledge that you get. You know what I'm saying? And then things will start
Right.
to happen. And it's
Right.
beautiful, you
Yeah,
know?
I actually been trying to like make a lot of changes, even in my personal. Like I got into it with like Itachi over
Oh, for
something
real?
that's over something that's like personal and like I had made a video. I made a live about it. I didn't even post it. Like it's still like locked. I'm not even gonna post it and stuff like that because like I thought about the energy I was in at that time. I was just angry and upset about something stupid. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
we both got a common goal at the end of the day. Like we both know the same stuff and we both go and teach other people these things, right? How can
Mm-hmm.
I really get mad at this guy and say like I'm a hurt him or anything like that? I
Right.
gotta realize that I'm still thinking like my old self sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
sometimes
Yeah, that's the part.
I gotta realize that I'm thinking like that, and that's not a right way to think.
Yeah, that's the
Because
part of
everything ain't gonna be fixed with violence or
no.
beating somebody up. You might feel a little better at that moment, but
You
at the end of
actually
the day,
you'll
the original
actually
problem's
feel
still there.
you'll actually feel worse if you get into a physical fight with somebody that you rock out with. Even if
Yeah, you
not,
feel
you're gonna
worse.
feel bad afterwards. It's like you get to a point where even an argument with somebody over something stupid afterwards you're like, damn, why was I arguing over that dumb shit? It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
and I
I
kind
feel
of feel
bad.
that way. I kind of feel that way right now.
Yeah.
That's like I've been thinking about it. Like, you know what? It is kind of stupid, and
Hmm.
like I'm somebody who kind of played it back anyway. So I like. I mean, I already liked where it was. I just thought
Hmm.
about it in the wrong way. So
Yeah.
it's all about bettering yourself. I always try to bring that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's all that's where we at, man. It's we got to look
But
at
yeah,
things. We got to look at things through a different lens, man. Because
I've been
we in some dangerous times, man. Upside down times, and you know, we're always gonna be tested, always. But it's how we deal with that test. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah
one of the things that I've learned is to have a very pure and light heart. You know what I'm saying? Before I
yeah
react, I'll look at what's negative and then I react. Like yesterday, I was upset at High Impact Flicks for doing that video, Gavin Simon. Like I was upset and into not like a angry way or like the regular. It was more upset of like that's kind of like an insult to the man's journey, his spiritual path, and his work for Brian to like use that video to get views for himself. You know what I'm saying? And talk
yeah
like he cares and like talk like he cares and resonates with that. Like that's what that bothered me, but it bothered me into a sense that that's just shows me what kind of person that is. You know what I mean?
yeah
But we all go up and down and get upset and come back and come forward. Just we can't let things affect us. I talked to Zach about that a lot too. Like, don't let certain things affect you. Just keep moving, keep pushing. You gotta look at the positive, even through the negative. And even through the negative, every negative you can look at, okay, what's the positive from this negative? Because
exactly
whether we know it or not, every negative thing that happens to us, something positive is going to come out, even though we may not see it at the time. Afterwards, you be like, damn, that's why that shit happened to me. So when you start breaking that shit down to a closer time proximity, like right when it happens, life becomes a lot easier. Situations become like you can handle them better. Like in my life, people say, damn, how could you take that way? I'm like, well, because it's just I hyper think. I think way forward to right now to like, okay, what's the point? So there's no arguing, there's no I'm not really mad. It's like it is what it is. It's like ouch. You gotta get the ouch effect. You know what I'm saying?
yeah
Because you get the ouch, you hurt yourself, you're like, fuck, man, but eventually the pain goes away. So when I get hurt now, I mean you get really hurt, you're gonna have that pain for a while, but even sometimes you get used to pain because you could be in pain but be
yeah
functional and you could think and you could still think good and you could even laugh with pain. Like you could have a broken leg but still laugh after a few
yeah.
days. you know
Yeah,
you know what
some
I'm
people
saying?
made jokes on their deathbed. Yeah,
Right.
some
So
people make jokes on deathbeds.
right. So when you bring that to your forefront into right now when something happens, then life becomes a lot more easier. You know what I'm saying? And that also goes into living right now, living in the now, not living yesterday or not living for tomorrow, but live right now because tomorrow's always gone. All we have and all that exists is right now. So that's what you always got to look at. And if you with somebody and they want to be all angry and then you just say, you know what? All right, I got you. Cool. And then you remove yourself and then watch that person eventually come back around, come to you and kind of thank you or well, I see why you didn't feed into my energy and that I understand now. Sometimes your energy, your non-energy gives them an understanding.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Definitely right about that. Cause I see that like and like with my relationship. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I don't react like if I don't go 0 to 100 with my girlfriend or whatever, I get a better result at the end of the day than I do when I do go
Mm-hmm.
and give her the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
then they do go and think about what they did, and they
Right.
do
Right.
come back. Even though they don't say it, they try to show it. So
Right.
that's
Right.
okay. You know what I mean?
Right. And
I
then
do
and
understand.
that goes into having balance, perpetual balance with a relationship or in your own self is because you know, we're already, you're a man. Men are already men and women are already women, right? But our
Mm-hmm.
energies are all fucked up in this point in time right now. So just like you said with relationships, is you have to learn to be the balance in your own being, because when you are, whoever you around or with will feel that, and they'll embody that, and you don't even got to talk. Like you could literally manipulate the energy to where you don't even got to talk about it, and they're going to get an understanding, because there's unnecessary drama that comes along in relationship, and knowing these things just weeds that shit out. Boom, weeds it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just a process, man. And it's just like it's you know, I mean, it is what it is. It's one of the I
I
deal
like
with a lot. I talk to a lot of people with relationship problems. I got my own relationship problems, but you learn how to deal with them,
yeah,
because
I like the way you look at things though. So like, I'm pretty sure even in your relationship, like your lady, I'm pretty sure she more so sides with you, even when you like slip up and get mad or something. I'm more so, I'm pretty sure she like
well, for
more
me,
so sides with your mom.
I mean, for me in my relationships, I don't get mad. I don't get them mad days been over a long time ago.
Yeah,
There's no anger, it's just love. So I don't put out anything that would make me angry. So I don't put out anything that will make them angry. If they're angry, I know that there's something that's inside of them that they're angry at, because I didn't do anything. And that's what we
right.
got to learn to do. Is if you
Yeah,
ain't doing shit, what's there to be mad at? And then if there is a static, you talk about it at the point in time. And if it ain't, if you're the talker at that point in time, and it's not working, you just got to pull back. Don't feed it. We don't have to bring that masculine. Oh well, why this or why that or why? We just no words. No words is the
yeah,
best remedy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
Cause
something.
I get mad a lot when like a girl don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like,
Mm-hmm.
us being the part of the world that we are, being those like, oh, we know more things, we're knowledgeable about stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of want everybody to understand you. You want them to like really
Right.
understand exactly what you're saying, or
Right.
and sometimes their rebuttal would be some sheep stuff. You'd be like, man, like
Yeah.
what? Like,
And that's when.
are you even learning from me? Are you even learning
Right.
anything? Are you
And
even
that's when
caring
that
about why you exist? Stuff like that.
and that's when you shut off, because you
Yeah,
don't. You go down. What happens is, if you go down to that, you're gonna be if you go off of where you're at on your plane of understanding, and you go down there to that sheep shit, everything that
yeah,
happens down there is deserved, and you're gonna feel it. You're gonna be like afterwards, you're like, why the fuck did I even entertain that shit? I'm like,
right.
damn. And then whatever you feeling is gonna be all your fault, because you had the ability at the first point to not even feed it. And the whole thing is you just don't feed it. And I know that's hard sometimes, but you just don't feed that energy. If you don't feed it, it can't grow. It has to dissipate. And that's when the person will come back around. And if they don't, guess what? They ain't for you. And
Right.
this is just you learn to center yourself and go through it, because people ask me how I've been able to deal with all the shit I've been able to deal with. And I said it's just simply just having a light heart. Just saying at the end of the day, I love you. I'll tell them I love you, or I have love for you. And you go over there and be mad and do that. And when you come back
Mhm.
around, hey, I still got the love for you. And that's just how you
Yeah,
gotta
like I
be.
take a piece of that, and I also take a like what Zach was saying when he was saying like all women are gonna have these same issues with them. Like
Yeah,
yes, everybody is different, but women
it's a
all do
program.
have these little like okay, let's just take the topic of nagging. All women nag. Every woman is gonna nag to you, like no matter if she's like being good without doing it for these first 10 years,
Well, I have
but
to,
like
I
if y'all
have to,
together for
I,
20, she's gonna do it in the next 10. You know what
I
I mean?
have
Like,
to intervene with. I mean, there is some that they ain't no nagger. You know what I'm saying? That's an
yeah,
amazing thing to witness, but it is some that they don't even do that. It's not even
I
so.
haven't
What I'm
experienced
saying
that.
is,
That's crazy.
It's because it's a program. We got to remember, it's a program that has programmed these psychopaths have programmed women. All right, because when you
Right,
really look at them,
exactly.
when you look at them, they look like a woman, smell like a woman, but they ain't women. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? They're
right.
another breed. They've been manufactured. Think about it. They've been manufactured because the American woman and like the mindset of American woman is a manufactured entity from the elites through all the program through the government all the way on down because mostly every single one understands what they need to do when they go sour with their significant other. You know what I'm saying? They got a
Yeah,
playbook. It's a
yeah.
playbook. Why is it all the same? Why is it all the same? You know what I'm saying? It's a program. You know what
It
I'm
is.
talking about. They
I
go to
do
the
know
same
exactly what you.
arguments. They go to the same thing. God forbid y'all got kids or something. They go do the same shit. It's the
Yeah, they all.
same
That's
shit.
what I mean.
And even
They
the
all do the
court
same.
systems, this is how you know it's a program because the court systems are catered to the emotions, the reckless emotions of the woman they
Other
program.
female. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just
And I
how it
feel, yeah, and I always said that too. Like I feel like the women are under a more severe programming because, like, think about it. You got that TV channel Zeus, right? The Zeus
I haven't
network.
seen it fucking I don't know nothing about a
No,
TV.
we don't. I haven't watched it either.
All
I'm
I
saying
know,
it's
all I
it's
know
a
is
it's a listen, Matrix. It's a subscription based reality. So you know how they were just showing you like Flavor of Love? That was
oh,
free.
okay.
All of these reality shows were free. Now they have like their own channel. Like you can app you can download and you pay them to
Oh
watch their
wow.
reality bullcrap. Bro, they have something on there that they just show like because my baby mom watches it. It be
Mm-hmm.
pissing me off because like I don't like that she don't. Well, I don't want to get into that, but
I
she
know
watches that,
I
right?
know exactly
It's
what you're
it's a
talking about.
yeah. It's like a show called Baddies on there, and they just put up like a graphic that said this is the most watched reality show that they ever done. And I was just
Uh,
thinking like, wow, like the people that's on there, disgusting. And then like the stuff that they have to say, and it's just like my baby
mhm.
mom or my girlfriend, my baby mom, she don't act like those people, but you want to watch those people. I don't understand.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, they still like kind of programming you because
yeah,
when you get into an argument with me, it's like all the sense that you had when you weren't mad goes out the window. It's like you start to
right,
sound like them. You see what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
Instead of having and then when I'm getting mad, I'm still talking to you the same way I'm talking to you now. Like, yeah, I might be getting mad, but
Yo, if y'all
I'm
if y'all
still
want
trying
to
to like
listen,
get a
if
point
y'all
across.
hold on, if y'all want to block misinformation media, somebody can have the justification. I mean, the
Oh, I can't even see him
if
open.
somebody want to block me, y'all could go ahead and block them at this point because it's just stupid. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But yeah,
yeah, they
man.
get paid for that, bro.
Like you
It's
saying
the
with those
just.
shows, you're right. They have programmed these women for years and years with these reality shows, these celebrities, and it's like that's how they think that they gotta act, man. It is what it is. You
Yeah,
know, and
like it's like that imprints you, and I see it in the way these girls dress, bro. And down here in Philly, when it's hot outside, I see a girl who's like I see a voluptuous girl, right? And she's walking with her daughter. She's like 2 years old or something, and her daughter is fully clothed. But I can see everything with this with the mom, and you walking with your daughter hand in hand. So it's just like to me, how can you, as a sane person, wake up in the morning and dress your daughter like that, and then
well,
go in your closet and put on something like that? It's like it don't make sense.
well, a
How
lot
is you
of it
not
is
taking
a lot,
her example?
a lot of it is just a lack of self-respect and self-worth. So that's why they do that shit because a real woman is gonna respect herself enough to know you ain't got to do all that. You can be beautiful in other ways. They go straight to the point. I'm gonna show off because they've been programmed to do that. This is what guys
But I
like.
feel like they made girls just think about like they completely programmed them to only think about looking good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like you looking good
It's the
and
independent.
and
It's the
relation
independent.
like and relationship advice. That's all I see them post.
Yeah.
They might post like two or post that it's like a fake spiritual post. Then it'd be like something about sex, like a little bit
Hmm.
of sex. Then it'd be like them talking they little talk about other girls or whatever.
They be
And
they
then
know
it's like relationship advice.
they be looking for a man with all these qualities and don't got no qualities
Mm.
themselves. Like what the fuck kind of shit? That's an
They
uneven
think the
deal.
quality. They think their quality is like owning something or like
Yeah. Right.
being like a boss or selling themselves, having a
Right.
lot of money. That's not a quality. Having a lot of money, to
Right.
buy things.
Exactly.
It's not a quality.
Right.
What? Like I dated like my first child's mother, really beautiful,
Hmm.
probably the best. Like probably the best I ever had on that secondary level. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
As far as like intimacy. So like,
Hmm.
but she's a terrible person. I
Yeah.
could not tell that she was a terrible person because she's so beautiful.
Hmm.
It's to the point where like I'll show people a picture of my baby mom and they'll be like, "Well, why you not with her? You're stupid." Or whatever. I'll be like, "Yo, that's crazy that y'all are programmed to think that beauty means that she's good. She's
Right.
not a
Exactly.
great person just because
The
she's really
most
beautiful."
beautiful people are the ugliest fucking people.
Exactly.
It
And
just is.
she think it's okay, that she's spoiled. So through
Hmm.
spoiling, she never had to. I mean, she went through things, but it was always somebody there to catch you. So
Hmm. They be in their they be closed off in their what is that? What is that goddess? Like that egotistical look, and they just
mm,
look all good and everybody tells them they're beautiful all the time and that shit, you know,
exactly,
that's the superficial shit. How is your inside? What's your mind like? How do
yeah,
you
and,
how,
and
how do you
and that's my fault too because I had a million signs. See, you get blinded. I had a million signs to show me that this wasn't a good person or somebody who had my best interest. Maybe I should say.
hmm
Um,
hmm
Earlier in the relationship or when I first started getting to know her and I ignored those things and then look what happened. I had a child which I'm very happy about. But like
hmm
my relationship with her is very important because how I mean my child is in Texas and now I'm trying to get him to come down here like and I can't even pick up the phone and call her every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I
hmm
gotta wait for her to call me. So I don't like that. So
Yeah, that's another thing is, that's a whole nother ball game when you got a one-way trip with a kid and you
yeah,
isolate like what that's a whole nother level of programming. Like that's
yeah,
fucked up.
exactly.
Cause I go
And I've
through
been
that.
trying to
You know what I'm
I be
saying?
trying, yeah, and I know, and I remember when you was saying it on the stream, opening up about it. I definitely was empathizing with you. I'm like, damn, yo, because my
Yeah.
son all the way in Texas, I know how that feels. Like,
Yeah,
it,
it's crazy,
my
man.
son, my son got shipped down there to Texas with her, because she was adopted down there at some point in time when he was like 6 months. I was in work release. They had booked me. I was in work release, something stupid like. And like she just up and moved down there, and he been down there ever since. So now I can only call her to speak to him or see him or anything.
Yeah,
He's about to be 6, so he's about to come down there
yeah,
with me soon. You know.
it's a big problem, man. I help a lot of people out with that shit. I go through that shit. I'm going through it now, and I believe I've been put on this journey, to help people because of the shit I've been through, and still going through it right to this very moment. I gotta go file some paperwork today because these motherfuckers be playing games with me and shit.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
gotta start doing that too. I'm probably start calling you a lot more
yeah,
because
you can always
I
hit me
don't
up.
know anything. I don't know anything, Matrix, and
All you gotta do is
honestly,
know. All you gotta do is know whatever's in your heart and what you want to do.
yeah, common sense. I usually
Yeah.
use the common sense thing, and I've been kind of studying the
Hmm.
ICCPR a little bit. And I ride around with the traveler's plate, so I be trying to teach people about the traveler's plate.
Hmm.
And like I tell them stuff. I teach them about what's written on the money and all that stuff too. So like I'm
Yeah.
on that journey now. When I'm moving into my crib, I got cases to start. I have to like
Hmm.
really start doing these things.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna really need your help a little bit if you have time.
Yeah.
Um,
You can always hit me up. But yeah, man, I'm about to get ready to get up off here, man.
yeah, me
I
too.
got.
I gotta get back to work. I'm working right now. So
Oh, that's what's up, man. But it's good to see you doing better, man. And if
thank
anybody
you.
don't know, where was you at a few months ago?
I've been
How was
living
you
in my
living?
I've been living in my car since January when my little brother died.
Right.
My family, my one of my family members just like up and moved to Minnesota. It was weird. It was like really weird, and like we got burnt out of our apartment. All of this weird stuff happened. But yeah, I've been
And
in
you
my
still
car
made
since
it.
January.
You still
Still
made it.
making it. Yeah,
Still
still
made it.
made to New York. Still made to Connecticut. I had to. That was actually bad because I just fixed my engine, my oil or whatever. I didn't have oil in my car. I didn't know that I was running my car so much that it started burning the oil. So I needed an oil change for a long time. Forgot to
Mhm.
get one. So I just recently fixed that. I had to flush my engine and stuff. I just did that like yesterday
Mhm.
actually. I just did that yesterday. So yeah, like it's getting better. I'm still working hard. I'm happy I'm about to go home now because now since I go home, I can wake up to my family, and now I can have time to decode. I don't have to spend so much money on gas no more. What I mean? It's gonna go to my other bills, but at least I'm home with my family. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what's up, man. That's beautiful.
yeah.
But
So we
yeah,
got a
man,
lot of work to do. It ain't done after that. That's just the home side of it.
yeah. Well, you know what to do, man. You can always hit me up. Like I said, But
Yeah, I appreciate you, big bro. Thank you.
yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I'm about to get up off here, man. So shout out to all you guys, and much love to y'all. And
Be safe, Matrix.
all right, peace. All right, y'all. But I don't know what's going on in the chat. But thanks everybody for rocking out. About to go take care of some things. And yeah, man, I'll talk to y'all later. Shout out to Purple Beats, Brother Cuts, Rick James as always, Angel. Shout out to Angel. Disambiguation. Good to see you. Zach. Shout out to Medical Misinformation. What a fucking joke. But anyways, who else is up on Sherry? Shout out to Sherry. Um, Trying to go back. So many comments. Can't see the names. Already said that. Oh, that's too much. Too far to go back. Shout out to Ocho from the Ocho. You know, good to see when things go the right directions. And yeah, man, we in the wonderful fucking twilight zone. You know, and it's good to see that we inspire each other. You know, we inspire each other. It's supposed to be letting my voice rest and shit. You know, but yeah, man, it's another day in the fucking funny farm, y'all. You gotta, but peace and love, y'all. So talk to y'all later.